Trey Mason's real name is Trent. Like I thought it
All
was
right.
Trey Mason.
Critically Unfocused Podcast episode 116. Jamal, can you please explain to me how come all the reviews you get of shit is like it's a dick sucking fest for somebody?
Nah, I just see people on Twitter say that. They was like, man, this Urban Meyer, the Swamp King documentary is just an Urban Meyer dick sucking fest.
What's the other end of the spectrum from things being a dick sucking fest? Like what's the other end of the spectrum of those reviews?
No, it's just like, yo, like you just like they just slurping you like crazy.
They giving it up,
bro. Like no, like okay, so if we keep it in 100, like we've all seen Get Out of Compton, right? Straight Out of Compton.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just a Ice Cube and Dr. Dre dick sucking fest.
As opposed to what if you're telling the story of NWA?
Bro, they had come on, man. That movie, like I did like that movie when it came out. I think it was a dope movie. But if we keep it in a buck, they had Dr. Dre like beating up Pyrus, defending women, just one hitter quitter people. Like it was kind of crazy. It was definitely some propaganda.
I think they made. I will say
the two most people involved definitely looked the best.
Of course, they made themselves.
Which I get it.
I think that they like when people put the clips out now, and in hindsight, it does look kind of crazy. Like they have Dr. Dre coming up with like nothing but a G thing, like on a whim. Like sure, okay, maybe you exaggerate a little bit, but a story's better when there's a little bit of exaggeration in there.
But what happens when the story is all? Well, I guess it don't really count because I was going to say the story is backed up by someone else from the group, but that someone else is Ice Cube, and y'all are saying he's also a culprit of.
Well, it's not as much. I feel like they would let Dre get more shit off in that movie than anything because like they had Yella, DJ Yella just being cool, whatever, and then like obviously like MC Ren was like the second rapper in the group, honestly. So it's kind of like. He was kind of cool, just kind of like a backseat. Like he was just doing this thing, but like
he was the second rapper in the group.
Yeah, because think about it. Like Yella didn't rap. Dr. Dre didn't write his raps. The only two rappers is Ice Cube and MC Ren.
Are you forgetting about Eazy-E? Am I crazy?
Eazy-E was not. Yeah,
but Eazy-E didn't write his raps.
He was a gang member.
Oh, you mean not a rapper? Like I was.
Yeah, that's
what
the
I mean. Main one on the song, but you mean not right? Okay. Let's say he was the biggest rapper out of the group, but yeah,
he was hard. He had a dope ass flow.
He was a good product, but yeah, he was not. Had no pen.
Now niggas ain't rappers if they don't got a pen. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, Ice
Cube. He didn't write nothing though. He's like, I mean, I was gonna say
he didn't write. He rapped.
He's more like a pop star than a what we think of as a rapper.
I think of a rapper as a rapper because they rap. Not because they write.
I'm just saying it's part of hip hop, right? You know.
Sure.
Carter, yeah, he's on a small like hand of people you can count that are just like artists though. You kind of like get that shit off.
Yeah, like Diddy, like we know Diddy wasn't writing his raps. Like
Diddy made the top 50 New York rappers of all time.
I wouldn't call him a rapper. I would call Diddy a producer that like niggas let him rap. I would even think I feel better about you saying Dr. Dre wasn't a rapper than you saying Eazy-E wasn't a rapper.
Either way, Trillion Folks Podcast episode 116. Here we go.
116. R.I.P. Magoo.
About to be popping in Central Asia.
I know this song went crazy out there.
Me too.
In the clubs.
I'm playing it every wedding.
They probably still play it every Throwback Thursday night.
I got my eyes on you. Baby, let me tell you that you are the truth. I love your Indian food. Oh, I sing it to me.
Loves rapping with this.
Sing it to me.
This dude was
sing it to me. But I can't understand the word you're saying.
This is a crazy song. That was a crazy song.
You can't get that shit off today for sure.
Oh,
I know that's problematic.
I forgot that existed. Holy shit.
R.I.P. Magoo, man.
You have a BuzzFeed article about you ASAP.
The shit that people did in music. I mean, A-Rap music had to be the last song where somebody made that.
A-Rap money. That song is still hard to me. I don't care.
It's a great song. I agree.
I love that fucking song.
That might, yeah. Ooh, is that the latest
You can't get that off today.
The Migos had one where it was like, hey, you shouldn't have going to China land with my slur.
I got one.
Oh no.
Tyga with I Carumba.
Oh,
he actually got fucking heat over that.
I was about to say, yeah, niggas were pressing him on that one. But he's probably like, man, I grew up with all you Mexicans. I'm cool. They were like, not today.
And he did the one before that, too. That was hot. I think he got YG.
Loco.
Yeah, that shit was tough.
But they had a Mexican. They had a Mexican rapper on the end of that one.
Yeah.
Was he Mexican? We don't know. We're just assuming. Look at us.
I mean, his whole verse was in Spanish. I would assume.
That's only Mexico speaks Spanish.
Nah, you talking? What's the name? Sad Boy Loco. That be on that? Yeah, Sad Boy Loco.
Who's on that song?
Sad Boy Loco.
I don't know the dude's name. He was going crazy.
That was him. Yeah, Sad Boy.
Shout out to what's my band's name in that Johnny Dang song with Paul Wall.
The Mexican OT.
The Mexican OT. Yeah, he's kind of nice. I've heard a couple songs from him.
Mexican the baby, man. But he goes, he like rolls all his arms. That shit's crazy.
I kind of like that.
He's snapping. That shit's
a good interviewer too. He's funny. All right, man. So we back at it.
Like a crack at it.
Yeah,
Put a wrap it on the craft man.
Hey, to go back though to what she was just playing, I feel like I would always see that debate on Twitter, like, yo, worst rappers ever. And I feel like I would always see his name pop up. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. There's way worse rappers than Magoo.
For sure. The only time I ever heard his name was about that.
I can't remember a verse from him to tell you that he's one of the worst rappers. So I feel like that shit is blatant disrespect, period. That's personal. I feel like that's like low-hanging fruit or something. You know what's funny though? The Tacoma thing. In Oakland and Tacoma, next to that little corner store, for fucking years, they had a billboard up for the Timberland and Magoo album. That shit was up there for probably at least like 8 years.
Well, I feel like I remember that.
That shit was up there forever.
That's so funny. Yeah, I feel like
that's hella random year.
It's outside of that the corner store is like 712 or something like that.
Yes, it was right down in that area. Yeah,
yep, that's funny.
I know exactly what corner store you're talking about.
Between the park and the Arco, it was in that area.
Yep.
Oakland Park should be off limits. That's a terrible place to be.
Is it bad right now?
And it's got better because they tore down. The building that used to be there that niggas were kicking around. They tore that building down. So now the park's just hella open. Yeah, that's just been gone for a hot minute.
That shit exists in the Foster Jerky video.
That shit used to be pressure. Oakland was either fine or you getting pressed, and I didn't like either one.
I used to hoop there, man. On double rims. Get your game right, young blood.
I didn't know Oakland was literally like just right there because I had no idea. I had like no idea what the hell's an alternative school?
Yeah, that's where my mom graduated from.
You wasn't fucking enough.
That's crazy.
My mom went there. You saying that?
Oh, my fault. Sorry.
I mean, I was at her graduation, so you're not wrong.
So I was saying that when you said that, but like I wasn't saying it. Like,
I
had you said that first.
Look, I mean, yeah, clearly she was there for a reason. So.
Shout out Mom Dukes, man.
Shout out.
They hand you a pistol instead of a diploma when you graduate from alternative school.
I think I walked across the stage with her.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I was at her graduation. I got pictures of me and her. I just don't know if I was on the stage or not.
Have y'all? Because we talking about people spreading seeds right now. We gonna move past family members. We're not talking about that no more. Have y'all heard about the random man in Atlanta?
Yes,
Tyrell. I know you are.
I'm Mr. TikTok, cuz hell yeah. I be skipping her videos because I don't want to hear her talk about her baby dad, but she does always say, I look like I should be somebody's wife, and said I'm just the baby mom of some random man in Atlanta. I didn't know the full.
I know what y'all talking about.
He's hey, that dude got a roster. Now.
And he when I saw, he was 6 for 6. Oh, damn, he got a good little roster.
Oh, I didn't see pictures of all the baby moms.
No, we got 7 of them now. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on.
The one that we've seen is he putting those numbers.
I ain't watched none of the videos. I was just reading this shit today. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like they performing a campaign around it, trying to get him out of here. But basically, some lady, she
is that his address?
That's hers because she's trying to get some support or whatever.
Bro, he got a roster.
He got a roster. She's saying that she got like an absentee father. She's been using the hashtag random man in Atlanta, and they figured out who he was. His name is Jaquan Sanka. My man Jaquan been in these Atlanta streets, just no condoms, shooting up clubs. You're right.
I don't like this. I don't listen. Be a father to your kids. Yes. Don't be an absentee father. Yes. If you are fucking on a nigga who has 6 kids, I'm not hearing when you're like, oh, he's not a good dad.
I know he's not telling them that though.
I feel like this girl knew. I don't remember most of her videos because I'll be skipping them.
The youngest chick knew though. The one, like the first one that popped up, the one chick that said she was like 23 and like taking care of him and shit. Because she said like when she was he told her that he was out with his family, but he was at a baby shower. She's like, well, I thought he was out with his family. I didn't mean like that.
Oh shit,
he didn't lie. He didn't lie.
And he missed like their baby shower.
So my man Jaquan tried to call out the original girl because you were saying he doesn't send no money. He sent a bunch of Cash App transactions, screen grabs of him, saying he sent $16,000, and then she said that he had possession of her Cash App card, so this person sending money to himself.
All right, and $16,000. God damn, nigga.
Yeah, no, she got some shit.
I don't know.
Dog,
Hope they sort that out, but I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, this man's in Atlanta, no protection. That's crazy.
No, that's the one city you got to be careful, raw on chicks.
What? Why you gotta be careful, Jamal?
Man, just because.
Oh, just because.
Yeah. Man.
I used to jokingly say that I was gonna open up a business called Proper Pussy Management LLC, and I feel like now more than ever I need to like be an agent for women because they just be making bad decisions. Could give that ass to somebody who deserves it.
Have y'all ever prostituted yourselves out for anything?
Nah,
damn, that's crazy. It's quiet as fucking here. Did my mic work?
Nah, I can't say that I have, man. I don't need nobody to do nothing to take care of me, man. That's only like broke dudes and like dudes that ain't get their shit together and need to do shit like that.
I did that shit this week.
Oh shit. But you
I sold dick for Madden.
I get it, man. I need to
and I'll do it again.
Oh no, the pressure. No.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man, like if I was a woman, I don't know, man, they're stronger than me. They got better moral backbones than me because I my shit would be paying for everything. That's all.
And I said it once, I'll say it again. All women are small business owners and they need to act as such. Use that shit to your advantage. I hate seeing homeless women. I hate seeing women downtrodden.
I ain't saying you got to beat the streets, but you could definitely,
be on the map. The apps.
Yeah.
The apps pay.
You should never have to pay for Cheesecake Factory, baby. You can get that out of him for sure.
I'm married. You could probably get it out of me.
Not everybody's shit is worth that, though. That's the thing, man.
Cheesecake Factory?
Hey, but not even.
Her shit ain't worth Cheesecake Factory.
Dudes are down so bad that even the thought of being able to smell it will have them willing to pay for food. Everybody, we've all heard about the free food, niggas.
You brush up against them, it might get you an appetizer.
If you're too nice to me, I will definitely spend money.
I think the only one dangerous thing is if you're doing that shit for drinks, though. That's where you probably could get fucked up. Like, don't do that. Like, it's creeps in there, but they can't fuck up your entree.
I mean, women don't need to drink in public anyway. It's not safe.
Oh, so now look at you policing women's bodies.
Look at you.
I'm not policing them. I'm being realistic. These niggas out here nasty. You drinking in public, and now a nigga done Kobe shot at a fucking pill from across the room. I shouldn't have used them.
They be going to bars with Durags for their drinks.
That's insane. That's crazy.
There's literally our Durags for your drink because niggas are crazy out here.
Like dead ass?
Yeah.
No, that's some
stuff to like find like if there's drugs in your drink.
I watched a news video this week about what's going on in Europe. Like there people is having parties like off the GHB. Like they just taken what's the date rape drug? That's what GHB is. They're just taking that shit like recreationally because like if you take some of it, it just immediately gets you affected like how you feel like when you're drunk. But you wake up the next morning, I guess you don't have like a hangover. You might feel like shit, but like I don't know, like that shit's just wild prevalent. So you figure there's like a whole subculture of people who are partying on that shit. That means it's everywhere, and like no one's using that shit on a dude. Like they're using that shit on women. So I'd be fucking honestly. That's the downside of being a woman. Like I'd be bugged the fuck out. Like. Just
be paranoid,
this type of public social situation like that. Like I'd like step over here, like 2 feet away from my drink to talk to someone I know right here. Then you come back, that shit, like you gotta dump that shit out.
I've definitely like gotten up from the bar when I'm with a friend or something. I'm like, I'll be to the bathroom, go to the bathroom, I'll be right back. And you're
not thinking twice about it.
No, a woman is like, no, never mind. I'll pour the drink.
Going in here with me.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I never thought of it like that, but nah, y'all right. You definitely got to pay attention. Like what, like. We had a homie that got drugged. I ain't gonna say his name, but yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, now you don't do that. Okay.
Yeah. No, he got a ponytail. That's all I'll say.
No, that was crazy the other week. He's like, oh, you mean? Like,
oh, that was.
Oh, you don't gotta say it again.
I didn't remember, but yeah. Okay. Our homie with the ponytail. Remember when? And then they said like somebody like took his whip out and all that shit. Y'all remember that story?
I do
remember
his whip.
His what?
What is right? What are you talking about?
It's whip, like his car.
Oh,
yeah. What the hell are you talking about, Nasty?
I don't know. Trying to find out what you. All right.
I won't tell the story, but I was in a situation where I thought Jamal got drugged. That nigga got drunk as hell, and I was like, oh,
on my birthday,
he's letting this bitch do a lot of work. I don't know if I like any of this.
That was my birthday, right?
Yeah.
I think I was like, that was a long time ago.
Me and Diggy had to save you from getting pummeled by some white man whose bitch you was trying to take while you were with the bitch.
Yeah, dude, I was so drunk. Dude, because I remember that's when I bought the shots of Henny, and the person gave me $2 back. I'm like, wait, where the fuck is the rest of my change?
He bought 4 shots of Henny and gave them $60, and they gave him $2 and change and asked for a tip.
Damn.
It was something. I was like,
it was like $18 a drink or something. It was stupid. Or 12. Something.
Dude, I think that was like my 25th, 26th birthday.
That sounds right.
That was a long ass night ago.
All I know is I've never seen a woman dress. Never mind, actually.
Yeah.
What we talking about, man? What's up? What we getting into?
How was y'all weeks, man? I feel like we usually start with that. How was y'all weeks?
Lit, cool, all right, up and down. I had my first golf lesson. Shit was sweet. Did some fucking racket. I mean, the place I went to, avoid golf tech like the plague. Tyrell, y'all probably have them out there. The swing evaluation is good. You will learn a lot from that, and it's helpful. But you're already hitting the ball straight, so I don't know if it helped you as much as it helped me. They might help you get some more power out of your stuff, though.
Yeah.
But either way, like, yeah, their pricing shit is just terrible. If you want to take lessons, like, just go find a course pro, like all the courses have in the PGA Pro. Yeah. Price is usually a lot better than that. Golf Tech is terrible for that shit. Okay. So that's been cool. Haven't played in like an 18 with the stuff I got from there, but I've taken it to the driving range and seen a lot of improvement. So that's been good. House is expensive as fuck still happening. Avoid DeBella roofing. Don't do that shit. They're taxing too.
Them getting slandered is crazy.
Yep. What we got? Well, yeah. Armor Core dropped this week. Watch some cool shit on Apple TV Plus. It's been vibing, man. Can't complain. I think going to the state fair tomorrow. So,
ooh.
What's going on?
Look at you, Mr. Family Man.
Yeah,
nice. My week has been fine. I fucking now that I'm thinking about it, I feel weird complaining about this to you guys because Blake has been through much worse than me. My wife is at a bachelorette party, so I've just been at home by myself for the last couple of days. My mother-in-law just came and picked my dog up. I got home. There's nobody here. It's depressing. I don't know what to do. You wake up in the morning, it's like, why do I even need to get out of bed?
It's all relative, man. That's your world. So definitely complain about it. Get that shit off.
Stand it. Which I feel lonely. Being involuntarily lonely, like not having no bitches is one thing, but like having one and then they're not here, that's fucked up. It's unnecessary.
Just staring at the rainy window. Like
I'm going to bed at like 10:30 because like, man, I'd rather just be asleep than be alone. I don't want to play video. Like usually you think of in like, oh yeah, my wife, when Amara's gone for the day, I'm like, man, I'm on the game, I'm chilling, I'm talking to the homies online. It's gonna be a great time. But she's gone for like a week. Like, man, video games ain't even fun.
Where's the party at?
Palm Springs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the Palm Springs of Washington, but actual Palm Springs.
No. Yeah, the actual one.
You know what that Palm Springs of Washington is?
Did not know that was a thing.
It's Yakima. That's what they.
Oh fuck! Yeah, fuck out.
Man, get out of here.
That's what the sign says.
Tonio would probably agree with you.
Fuck Tonio.
Yikes!
But yeah, I'm going to a bachelor party in 2 weeks here. I'm not gonna remember any of this. Yeah, she can be lonely on her own. I'm gonna have a great.
I forgot Tonio lived in Yakima. Oh, that's a wild boy. Holy shit! We ain't gonna get into that. I'm just happy right now.
Is he? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, remember when
Nope.
No. That might be a little crazy.
It already sound. Remember when it's never gonna work out.
When he went to a show.
Oh, I do remember that. I feel like we've talked about that on here before.
That was hilarious. Yeah, you don't remember that when he went to like a drag show?
Yes, I remember. Yes.
Okay.
Damn.
He was like, "Yo, they throwing ass in here." I'm like, "Excuse me."
He did make comments about it before he said it was drag. Or didn't he like not know what it was?
Dude, he said he didn't know what was going on, and then like he stopped texting us for like 4 or 5 hours.
Like, this ain't no fucking racetrack.
Then at like 2 a.m., he was like, "Yo, they throwing ass in here." I'm like, "Wait, huh?" Hey, wait, are you still at the same spot?
I love that our friend felt good enough to like divulge in us that his pansexual tendencies.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
It's when you fuck kitchenware.
Shout out Terminal Tone, man.
Oh, they fucked the cookie sheet. My week. No, I'm kidding. My week, man, just work. I've been playing Spider-Man. I beat Spider-Man this week. I'm on the 3rd DLC pack. I've been wanting to just run through that before the new one comes out. Yeah, just been chilling, man. You know me. Never nothing eventful. Oh, I will be in if we have any fans or listeners in the San Francisco / Oakland area in a few weeks, I will be out there. I'll let your boy let me know. I will be out there from the 15th through the 17th.
So he might have a different prostitution story for us in a couple weeks.
That's crazy. Like. No, hopefully I
sold some ass for some listeners.
Hopefully I have meet me some nice queens out there, some nice viewers. So
hopefully you do.
Yeah. Hey, y'all think you don't? Nah, we'll figure it out. But I'm gonna link up with Paul out there. We're gonna link up with the homie out there.
Paul lives out there now?
Yeah. He's out in Oakland.
Is he still teaching?
Yeah, he's still a teacher.
That's what's up. He at the Wakanda Academy?
He probably is. Killmonger school for her. Anyway.
So if you see me in the streets or you got any recommendations, anybody out there, man, hit me up. Especially if you're a woman. If you're a dude, that's cool too. I fuck with everybody, but women get first dibs.
You want to blend in, you obviously keep calling people blood. That's what they do in Oakland.
Nah, hell no. Nope.
They do?
For real, that's what they do.
Nah. Because I remember last time when I was going to LA, he was like, yeah, man, just say groovy a lot. Like, nah,
no, I said Oakland. Oakland. They call everybody blood. It's a Bay Area thing. It's not gang.
All right, Spice One. Anyways. Hey, y'all think we got a hive yet? Or how big do you think we got to be for like if we can get like it's like a Blake hive or
what do we call our fan base? Can they be the Cuppies?
The Cuffies?
Cuppies. Cupboard?
Oh, that's a good question actually.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Cuppy sounds kind of weird.
All right. Well, I like you guys' suggestions.
If someone that came up to us and was like, "Hey, man, I'm a big cuppy," they can expect to be made fun of.
You better take that shit. Oh,
I will. I'll take it as soon as I'm done making fun of him. I'll be like, "Thanks for listening, weird ass nigga,
asshole."
Yeah.
Why you sitting here wearing a fucking terry cloth orange oversized shirt? The fuck's wrong with you?
The bitches love it.
Look like a fucking peach, man. Get the fuck out of here.
This nigga said I look like a snack. That's crazy.
You do like the little jug of the Daffy Duck orange juice.
But you guys think you're gonna let somebody come up to you and call themselves a cuppy and you ain't gonna have nothing to say?
I ain't hearing that Grove stand.
All right.
Extra pulse.
That's crazy. Wow, this is crazy. The slander is unnecessary.
Hey man, well you got people that support you and they like that. I'm like, hey man, hey, salute, man.
They can say whatever they want.
Hell yeah, call yourself whatever you want.
I don't think we have a hive yet. I mean, they come back every week, so clearly we got some sort of like a little rumble at least.
Don't negate they fan just because they ain't slid for us yet.
Okay.
We need to get into a scandal first, and then we'll see how they handle themselves. Like I said, Ira Newble from This American Life is still up. We on y'all ass, man. We coming for y'all. Pod beef. Y'all run this shit up. This American Life is up.
Speaking of pod beef, I know Jenkins and Jones was talking about they're looking for a podcast to beef with because that's how Fresh and Fit was making hella money is by just beefing with other podcasts. Maybe we need to do that.
How big
are they really
they?
Just beefing with like other podcasts like that?
Yeah. Well, they would just shoot at other people in the social sphere. That's what Fresh and Fit would do.
That was their whole jam is degrade women and talk shit about other people that are online all the time.
They were a Scared of Hoes podcast, but they had like hoes on there. Like I don't
know why the women kept showing up. I know that they were paying some of them, but like I don't know how much money you got to pay me for me.
They had money.
You just yell at
That's
me.
True. That's money.
Yeah. Like they would,
but they would not. So there's women who are about their same mentality though too. Like that's the fucked up part. Like we look at them as like people who were like got done bad by one woman and now like they're forever like hate on women and want to like I don't know just like kind of step in a way that's like yo every woman on this planet owes me some shit and my like you should beg for my dick type of thing.
But there are women who are on there.
There's women who are about that life too, and it's.
I'm mostly the ones that I'm concerned about. Is you'd see the clip of them just like, man, shut this dumb bitch up and did it. Like, get off the set and don't talk until we're done. And they're just like, oh, okay. It's like, oh man, what's happening up there?
Mm-hmm. No, they had Sexy Red up there at one point too, I think, and they weren't on that shit then.
Oh, they know her baby dads will pull up.
She had it on her. The fuck?
I was about to say her and her security probably had it on.
She had a pistol.
She could have blamed them herself.
Them niggas going online and crying about being demonetized is crazy because
it's great.
The nigga said saving kids was great, but
this is better.
I'd rather save you guys. I'm like, man, the way that they have made you feel, that the way the internet has made you feel is absurd. You think you saving people's lives.
I definitely recommend y'all go check out the Joe Budden podcast from this last week. I think the Monday or Wednesday episode, they talked about them being demonetized. And, Joe went crazy. He's funny as fuck.
Good. Yeah, good. I hate them. I legitimately hate them.
He's not a fan of them cornballs. Neither are we.
I'll never get that angle, man. Just being the super corny, just like the bashing women and all that stuff. Because it's just like
you are scared of hoes.
Yeah, I feel like that was one thing. Like you just like, bro, you just don't want to be that guy. And then
I can tell you why it exists and how come it's going to keep being a thing. Because there's people, people go through like their adolescence or whatever, and maybe they don't have any interactions with women or positive ones and shit like that. And then you're left out into the world, right? Like high school's a thing, like where we're all like pulled into one spot and you're by your peer all the time. So if shit don't work for you, then once you move past that, like it's basically on you to go initiate that and like make yourself be around the people to get that shit to happen. And a lot of people, they're just scared to do that shit. So they recognize they don't have women, they recognize they want women, but they're too scared to do it. So if they can just create a scenario where they can like negative themselves out of needing to do that and make it seem like the woman should be crawling into their mom's basement to find them, like they're gonna keep going to that content. That's how that whole entire universe keeps existing. Like, but I mean, in the same time, it's like it's helping people who would just remain being fucking goblins and basement dwellers their entire life, like somewhat go out into society because like they ended up going to the gym. They might start pursuing careers in a way they weren't doing before and shit like that. But they just carry like this very negative perception of women with them while they do that shit. So it's, I don't know, like is that a positive? Like I don't know. Like
I think it's a net negative. Like
net negative, I can see that too. Like
you made yourself a better person, which is definitely a good thing. But you then put yourself in a position where like women aren't safe around you.
Yep.
And then
you're weird.
I'm going to the gym with a bunch of women who I have a negative opinion of, or I'm working my way into a career where I'm then working with a bunch of women who I'm hella like negative to or like holding a lower opinion. Yeah. I work with a dude that's kind of like that. It's not super aggressive in that way, but he just like was like, I don't like want to be trained by any women, or I don't want to like listen to what they have to say. And the girls basically
every time I hear some shit like that, I'm like, what the fuck?
It's a crazy mindset to hold. I don't understand it.
It's weird.
And at the same time, it's like, yeah, like I said, like there's also women who are in that similar scenario to that dude, and there's content out there for them that like puts them in that same spot. And like it is a real mind-boggling type of fucking thing that is that continue happening.
That just pearly things girl, the ugly white bitch who be on that type of time, like is openly advocates for like women shouldn't be able to vote. And it's just like, why are you doing this?
Bro, I swear, last time I flew home from Seattle, I swear I saw her in the airport.
Oh, you probably did.
She was with a dude, and they were both like dressed like they were like they had some money on Red Dead Redemption too, like that type of shit. It was to the nines.
The Red Dead fits.
Yeah, they had like the fucking pocket watch chain hanging down from into the jacket.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I just
shit like that. Being the content creators that we are, obviously they have much more money to put into their shit. Like they had a real studio and everything. But I hate seeing like we just be online having a good time, cracking jokes, talking with your homies, and then the niggas that get the millions of views and hella money are the ones who are yelling at women for fun. Like, damn, we should just start doing that.
People like
I don't have it in me, man.
No, y'all are in traffic every single day because people like watching car crashes.
Oh yeah, that's true. Everyone likes to see it.
And that's what that shit is.
This brother is insightful.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. Nah, clapback of the fucking week though. I'm not giving this man no fucking credit. Y'all see what the fuck happened in Russia?
Oh yeah, the plane.
That plane.
Fucking.
You don't think it was just a freak accident?
Fuck no, they said that shit was a bomb.
No, there has never once been a freak accident where Vladimir Putin had any say about it. I'm sorry. Too many people have fallen out of windows on his watch for me to think there's a single freak accident in the world.
Oh, you think he like set it up?
Yes. No, that's what they do over there. Like they say people will die and say they fell out of windows when they got 2 bullet holes in the back of their head.
Yeah. Yep.
They don't talk about that part.
They be going in the hospitals if you do survive, and they pump drugs into your saline bag. And it's like, dog, they be over there.
Jamal, you know where his main opposition is right now, right? Like the guy who was running against him.
Oh, for real?
He's in fucking prison. After a failed assassination attempt on him.
Damn.
And he's in there rotting the fuck away.
It's like that out there?
It's nasty. I can't believe you don't know this. That nigga Putin is not with the play at all.
He's a fucking clapback king.
Yeah. He doesn't even, it doesn't seem like, other than he'll put you in prison. Like if he doesn't want to kill you, he'll put you in prison, but he don't even maim you. It's like you either die or you go away for the rest of your life.
Fucking Grand Theft Auto C4 the plane.
There's just regular people on that plane.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that shit was nuts.
What was it, like 7 people on the plane? Like it
wasn't 9 people or some shit, man.
Like targeted. Yeah, nah, Putin's a crazy motherfucker, bro.
They said the plane crashed, but then they show the video. The plane's like a fucking fireball falling out the sky. That shit ain't fucking crashed.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ. RIP to those who didn't deserve that shit, but holy shit.
Yeah, and the leader of the group, that Wagner group, aren't they like some like Nazi type group? Or am I thinking
they're this group that basically they're mercenaries, but Russia uses them to do like military actions all across the planet and shit like that. So they've been doing a lot of fighting for Russia and Ukraine.
Okay, yeah. I know one of them.
His complaint was that like he wasn't getting the support that he needed. That's how come he was doing a coup and he was about to go like take down Moscow, like the Prigozhin dude, and then he stopped that shit, and then it's just been kind of weird since then. And then this plane thing happened.
And then Wagner Group issues a chilling warning after, like, to who?
Y'all ain't doing shit. They already tried their shit one time. That shit did not go.
Their Wikipedia has already changed until from like operating to was operating and funded by this guy until he died.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they got Jamal out of here too.
Hey, Jamal wasn't even the one that said nothing bad about Putin. It was me. They put my nigga into the hellverse.
Maybe could we hire one of the AI black actors then to take his spot?
Bro, I've been trying to pull this up, but I can't
there's
get
2.
my
shit! Together. What did you do?
Oh, a clone of Jamal.
Oh,
there we go.
I should but I'm back.
Welcome.
Hey, let me see if I can. Hey, Blake, click that AI black actor link and see if it pulls up for you. I think Twitter on the computer now is hella weird because Dickhead Supreme. Yeah, you gotta. I know who knows their Twitter password off the top of their head.
Oh, you keep calling it Twitter. That's what your problem is.
On the Mac, it hasn't been updated, so it's literally still Twitter.com with all the Twitter logos.
Oh shit! What in the devil's playground is this? You got me looking at.
So if you got to pull up the first actor they show is a black Leonardo DiCaprio. Like they have a bunch of black actors or white actors AI'd into being black people. And like Leo looked like one of us. He looked like all of these people. The reason I want to talk about is of all of these people look like actual actors.
I think all you have to do though, in order to change the white person to a black person, besides changing the skin, obviously.
I like DeAndre Bonds, nigga.
Kind of.
As long as you get our nose and mouth right, like I mean, those are like the strong characteristics that we look at inside our faces. That's like, oh, I recognize that as like you are one of me. And that's talking like Michael Jackson looks so fucking weird even after like all this shit changed.
Michael Jackson just triggers the uncanny valley for all humans, especially.
Yeah. You got a fucking PS1 graphic nose. How the rest of these load? This is a thread, but there's only one.
You got to sign in, which is what I'm doing.
Oh, I thought. Yeah, hold on. Can I pause the sharing so I don't show our credentials?
Yo, niggas see them tabs.
I ain't got none tabs. Don't worry about who Allison Tyler is.
All right,
there we go. All right. Hey, come on, man.
You're an idiot.
Okay, so they got Black Leonardo DiCaprio. This is Black Angelina Jolie. She just kind of looked like Kerry Washington a little bit.
That's just like a whatever.
Go ahead, no, get your shit off.
Tom Cruise kind of looks like young Michael B. Jordan. They even gave him a little twist.
Yo, what?
They got Keanu Reeves.
Yo, that's the living color dude, ain't it?
Somebody said that's Lakeith Stanfield.
Yo,
nigga, that's RZA.
Yo,
this is me and Jamal during the short stage of Lock Journey.
That's crazy.
Julie Roberts, nigga, that's Venus Williams.
Nah, that's on Viv.
Or on Viv.
Oh, shit, that is on Viv.
Yeah. Brad Pitt. Brad, he looked like he could fight.
That's the nigga that played. That's the nigga that played the Jizza in the Wu-Tang special.
Nah, this is a nigga from Barbershop.
That Blood Diamond.
Or him. That's who I kind of thought Leo looked like, was the nigga from Blood Diamond.
Digimon Hansu.
All right, Digimon.
Yeah, that
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's hilarious.
He looked like somebody. Come on, John. This is Terrence Howard. Black is Terrence Howard.
Skinny man.
That's the dude who Lakeith Stanfield was arguing with in that telemarketer movie when they was doing like giving each other aggressive compliments.
They're complimenting each other.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe. This is Meg.
That's Chloe Bailey.
That's definitely.
Or Halle Bailey.
I don't know, man. Yeah, they did their thing on these. I can't even lie.
And you got this dude, also a black man, Babe Ruth. Anyway,
no fucking black man.
Just like LaShohei Ohtani.
Hey Blake, football season around the corner. It's about to start. You a Broncos fan this season? For real?
I can't. It's going to take active effort for me to support them. That shit doesn't just happen easily. It's way easier for me to just fall into supporting the Saints. So I'd like to see them do well, but do you need me to be a Broncos fan? Because I can do that.
It will make the season a little bit more spicy because we play y'all twice and then we're going to a game.
Okay, give me a reason to hate on you. The Broncos play the Chargers. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, Orange Crush.
It'll make me feel better calling you a bitch ass nigga when I know that you cheer for the Broncos.
Well, now that you bring that part up, I mean,
you've called me a bitch ass nigga in front of my kid 36 times. Please stop.
I did like Phillip Lindsay and Travis Henry in the past. Champ Bailey.
I thought Phillip Lindsay was gonna be nice for a minute. That rookie year, he was filthy.
He's fucking nice.
That's my dude on Madden.
I think we talked about it on here, but he's one of the people they were talking about with like the running backs not getting paid. They're like in his 3 years of college, he was getting like 300 carries a year, and then he got drafted in the 7th round, so he made like no money, and then played for 4 years and was getting hella fucking carry. Mm-hmm. It's like he played like 8 years of like 300-400 carry football for like less than $1 million.
Yep.
And he was always nice. I didn't understand how he didn't get more playing time.
They know. There's too much money involved in football. Like, they know who to give that shit to. They probably saw like whatever it was on his physicals and some shit. Like they knew. Like,
that's why I don't get why the Raiders don't want to pay Josh Jacobs, because Josh Jacobs wasn't getting hella carries in college like that, because he had to split time with these Bama running backs now. I feel like they have to split carries because there's always 2 or 3 good ones at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shit with Georgia running backs too now.
It may not be part of their identity, but
true.
And plus, I mean, I don't know how much they just gave Jimmy, but I know that they got a lot of Devontae. So
I feel like they can't be paying too many people, bro. If they don't pay Josh Jacobs,
the Condor's about to be up here soon. That's going to be premium. He's one of the best pass rushers in the league. You don't let that shit go.
Oh, he hasn't already been paid?
Nah, he was a rookie on the John Gruden Hard Knock with Antonio Brown. What was that, 3 years ago?
That's crazy. Nah, I think that was just his first season with them after he came back from being a crackhead. Yeah, he's down 4 years, 94 in March of 2022. So last season.
Okay. So he hasn't has he started playing on that money yet?
I'm about to look right now because probably not. That was probably
might be the first year.
Yeah, this might be the first year him in that check.
This doesn't make any sense. Okay, 2024 is going to be the first year he gets money. So he's making 7.5 this year.
They ain't about to pay that, man.
He's getting 20 next year. They can cut him and get out of it with only 10 million dead cap. And he's getting
shit that's not happening for 50, Alex.
Yeah, dog. He's only 26. Yeah, he's hella young.
Yeah.
No, he's nice, man.
26.
Yeah, you figure you probably. I mean, obviously, Josh Jacobs might be one of the rare birds where it's like, yeah, you're not just gonna go flat out replace that, but you could probably get what you need as your running back spot with a draft pick or something. They probably figure that shit out.
You could find like 75% of him.
No, and especially someone just with how much did the Jets pay Dalvin Cook?
6, right? He got like 6 or
8, something like that.
Yeah. I'm not paying Josh Jacobs. Get the fuck out of here. I'm letting that Derrick Henry about to be up next.
He's hella young though. Josh Jacobs is like 25.
I hear you.
And I don't think he's bad, but he hasn't. This year was an anomaly for how good he is. Like he had 340 carries for 1,600 yards. The highest number of carries he had before that was 273 in 2020, and he had 1,000 yards, like 1,065.
Yeah, Jamal, what do you think?
Again.
My bad.
You don't got to pay top 5 running back money for 280, 300 carries and 1,200 yards on average.
Because what do you think his number about to be? Probably like 15, probably.
Oof. Yeah, between like 14 and 16.
So if McCaffrey makes 16.
Yeah. So if you give him like 15.
If I can fall into, I mean, obviously Dalvin Cook's not, well, he may be available again. I don't know. But if they fell in him for $6 million.
Yeah, I think I'm just kind of looking at it like we don't have a bunch of money tied up into a quarterback right now. We ain't really finna be nice like that. Fuck it, you're our best player on offense, man. Here's $15 million.
No, yeah, they're not about to be nice like that. Why do we want to pay the one guy that nobody else is gonna pay?
Don't they? I mean, they're paying a starting quarterback money, and they have Devontae Adams on top of that. Like, I mean,
so is Garoppolo who's been starting for them for preseason? I know they've been playing their rookie, right?
I think
Garoppolo's back.
Garoppolo is their starter for the season
last week.
Yeah, he's QB1.
So, like, I'm looking at this. Like, you guys said, give Josh Jacobs like 15, 16. The only 2 people that make that much is McCaffrey and Alvin Kamara. And we know the Saints just give out random amounts of money because none of it actually matters. But other than that, Derrick Henry makes 12.5. Nick Chubb, who just got paid, makes 12.5. Aaron Jones is 11.5. Saquon signed his 1-year, $10 million deal. And that's what Josh Jacobs is making, that 1 year, $10 million, because he signed the tag or whatever. But like below him, making $7 million is the gap is Dalvin Cook, James Conner, Miles Sanders, Austin Eckler, David Montgomery. Joe Mixon makes 5.7. Like,
and he took a pay cut.
Josh Jacobs, to me, other than Tony Pollard, is closer to that second group of good running backs than he is to the first one. And I'm not giving him $14 million. He can get, if this is the market, he can get 11.5, maybe. Like, maybe he gets Aaron Jones money. But I think Aaron Jones is better than him.
Yeah, they got Chandler Jones is at 17 a year. Colton Miller's at 18 a year. Jimmy's at 24. Crosby's 23. Devontae's 28.
Like, looking at this list of people, like the dudes, Bijan Robinson is making 5. Obviously, you ain't just finding a Bijan Robinson, but like, how much worse is your team if you have Jamal Williams? If the Raiders had Jamal Williams for $4 million right now versus Josh Jacobs for 10, like, they're not a worse team, I don't think.
Yeah, that's why I'll say like 85%.
Yeah. Shit. Oof, good. Najee Harris is making $3 million. Travis Etienne is making 3. I know that, again, they're rookies, but like, I feel like you get a lot of those. Ooh, Breece Hall's making 2. Javonte Williams making 2.
Yeah, man. Like, what pick y'all use on Tank Bigsby?
He was like a 3rd rounder, right? I feel like.
Bro, DeAndre Swift is making 2, and he's younger than Josh Jacobs.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, holy shit, he's not getting any money from me. Ooh, they're backing up Amir Abdullah, though. Because you can give all your money to a running back.
The GM right now. Oh, man, what you talking about?
I'll pay my running backs on Madden.
I'll advocate for the running backs to get paid because I just think everybody should get their money. But when I'm just looking at, like, outside of these top like 6, a lot of these guys aren't their offense's best player. Like Eckler, you could make a case for, and then like Saquon and up from there. But most of these, like Joe Mixon, is the 4th most important player on the Bengals offense, and
Alvin ain't our best player on offense. Hate to say it. Christopher Olave, sir.
Oh, okay. I don't hate that.
I'm just gonna say like a lineman or something, like a tackle.
I think Olave's name is Christian. Either way, I don't hate that. Chris Olave is fucking nasty. But yeah, like Nick Chubb is the best player on the Browns offense, and he's making $7 billion less than a rapist. Derrick Henry's been the best player on the Titans offense for however many days he's been in the league. He only makes 12.5. Yeah, them niggas ain't getting paid nothing ever, unfortunately.
Woo-wee. All right.
Speaking of Madden, though, in contracts, let's talk about some Madden.
Yeah, how y'all fucking with it? I went through the combine last night, did my thug thizzle, ended up pick 20 to the Seahawks.
Of course you did.
Quarterback,
okay.
Quarterback. I made him a kind of a bruiser. I'm trying to truck some folks. But when I went to do my skill upgrades, the trucking thing ain't there, and I thought I made him big enough to get it.
Did they give you the title of bruiser?
I got bruiser, yeah. I'm gonna have trucking in there.
Now that I'm thinking about it, though, because on mine, I made like a slightly smaller quarterback, so he's pretty fast. And I got my default speed, but there's other than agility, you can't really change any of their like running stuff.
Yeah, you can do stiff arm, spin move, and juke move.
Yep. I have all those.
Like ball carrier vision and shit.
Okay.
I don't even know if they have that.
Nah, that's one of the first things I put on, like a skill on.
You made it running back.
Yeah.
So what'd y'all do to the camera though? Because I hate that shit.
Oh, I just press up one more time and back it out like the regular.
I did too.
I play in.
Yeah, if you press the down on the D-pad, it backs the camera out twice.
Yeah. That's what I did. I don't know. The angle still seems weird to me. I've been playing a lot of NCAA. So
which one you like?
I don't know.
That's probably why. Hey, I'll say, listen, like it actually hasn't been super bad so far. I'll say that. But I got drafted to the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
I've been ever since then. Jamal was online when I started doing this. Justin Jefferson's about to go down as the greatest wide receiver of all time. I can see it coming.
Feeding him?
I'm feeding him for sure. I'm talking about in real life.
Pause.
I think, hey man, the way the passing is going now and the numbers he's been putting up, that was crazy. That was very popular.
he we was talking the other day on the game, and he like broke down like what he would have to do to make him pass like Jerry Rice, and like it's a lot.
He'd have to do what he's been doing now, basically for the next 16 years.
Yeah, Jerry Rice was like the LeBron anomaly type of thing. Like he was
it's
getting 1,000-yard seasons over 40 years old. That's just crazy.
Yeah. And like we were looking at like Jerry Rice's stats get broken down all the time, but like in that strike season where he played 12 games, that's the season he had the 22 touchdowns. Like he was just doing some absolute bullshit. It's crazy. Yeah,
I wish that's something I wish like I was alive to see like when he's popping. I just know like watch like Raiders Jerry Rice.
He was still solid on the Raiders. Probably he was probably still putting 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah,
he had 1,100 yards and 1,200 yards in his first 2 seasons with the Raiders.
That don't get you number one in all them shits and get called the GOAT though.
No, hell no.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, his from 1986 until 1996, a bad season for him was the strike year where he had 1,078 yards and 22 touchdowns. But like his worst season is 1,300 yards on 64 receptions, 9 touchdowns.
I don't want to know 1,300 on 64 catches.
Like if you have if Calvin Ridley this season has 64 catches, 1,300 yards, and 9 touchdowns, Jamal, you're probably pretty happy.
Oh no, he's the best shooter of all time. He does that to me.
And Jerry Rice was the worst year of his of his prime.
Yeah,
that's hella yards off 64 catches.
When's he gonna cop to that HGH though? It wasn't no fucking Hill. Come on, bro.
We gotta talk to him.
Did he admit to saying like, "Yo, I used Stickum"? He tried to say we all did it back in the day.
No, I think everybody was doing it.
Chris Carter was like, "I didn't use that shit."
I'm talking about shots in the ass type of shit.
I know what you're talking about.
I would be inclined to agree with you, Blake.
Yeah,
you think all the dudes was on that?
I don't know.
He's like clearly the greatest player ever.
He's an anomaly.
Yeah, because he did it for 20 seasons.
To be that good for that long at a position that requires speed and
agility. It does help to have 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks back to that.
Yeah, he came up. And then Rich Gannon had like 2 MVP like seasons when he was in Oakland.
Yeah. That is very true. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the steroids. But yeah, I've been trying to make the case that Justin Jefferson will be the first person I could see catching him because of how good his start has been. And he's only going to play on teams that pass the ball a lot, I'm sure. He just has to be that good.
Odell, man.
It was supposed to be Odell. Yeah, and that's the thing. He just has to not get hurt for the next decade and a half, which is
it seems unavoidable. And Antonio Brown was on the same shit. Couldn't do it.
Well, CTE got to him, unfortunately. I feel like he could still go play. If Antonio Brown got like a lobotomy tomorrow and then like got signed to the Chargers right after that, I'd be pretty confident.
That's crazy. I just watched a Criminal Minds episode. They're talking about lobotomies, how they fuck people up, and how it was just bad science, and people's getting that shit off like up through the 50s.
Can't believe that they were doing that to people.
JFK's sister got a lobotomy.
A lobotomy is where they cut out the frontal lobe of your brain, which basically is like one of the more important. I mean, your whole brain is important. You should have it all.
Make you a fucking spit dribbler because
they were doing it because you could say that someone was crazy or like had a problem, and a lobotomy would fix it.
So it would a part of your brain.
They would do it to try to address sexual deviancy.
Mm-hmm. The fuck? Like you're gay in 1931. Yeah, we're gonna cut out part of your brain because that's what made you gay.
Or just feloniously horny.
Or just you got caught jerking off in public a couple times. Brain gone.
Pee Wee Herman.
If you're a woman, don't listen to your husband. Brain gone.
That's the times where I've heard of it a lot, and it seems like the most fucked up possible way to do that. Like, I know BoJack Horseman, so random, but his mom had a lobotomy in the show, and they like obviously are trying to portray what the personality of a lobotomy patient is like, and it's like it's not a person. Like they can speak English and they could like formulate a sentence, but they have no thoughts of their own, basically.
So I couldn't do this podcast if I got one.
You could. You would just repeat what we told you to say, or you could read. So we'd like put words on the screen, and you would just read it because you wouldn't be able to formulate your own thoughts.
Okay, got you.
Which isn't much different than what happens right now for the most part, but
that's crazy.
Teleprompter.
It's fucked up.
Probably get you a good little blue thing to hang up in your rearview mirror, though.
Hey, never mind. Anyway, so right before we got on the show, speaking of people who got like follicle lobotomies, ooh, look at that segue. Trey Lance got traded to the Dallas Cowboys for a quote unquote mid-round pick. You guys have any thoughts? You guys have thoughts?
One, it's absurd that people are still giving up picks for this waste of fucking space.
How would he not just cut?
I don't
know.
And
Ben Simmons
probably maybe like some cap shit.
That's what I was gonna say. His money's probably guaranteed regardless, so he's gonna cut him.
He was the number 3 pick, so he's making like $24 million this year, or something stupid like that. Shout out to him. That nigga turned like 15 good college games into like life altering money.
Oh no, he came up and he got the fuck Colin Cowherd's daughter.
Whose daughter?
Colin Cowherd. He was like bragging about it on TV.
Yeah.
Colin Cowherd was.
Our one of our homies, Brantley, was telling me how this might be the Dak replacement. He was like, yeah, because Dak's contract is up. They're gonna have to extend them for like 60 plus afterwards. If they miss the playoffs this year, like maybe they'll just like see what they got in Trey Lance for the last like year or two of his contract and you just extend him for little money. Which I feel like if they were willing to trade him for a singular mid-round pick, they probably haven't seen anything from him that would indicate that he could be middling, because it's not like Brock Purdy's like fucking Pat Mahomes or anything like that.
I can see him being the bridge though. If they don't want to go that Dak route and they can't find like some happy middle ground in order to suss something else out, I can see him being a bridge. They just have like a down year.
That should be a short ass bridge.
Dog, that dude is not. That dude's nowhere near ready to play, bro. He couldn't beat out Sam Darnold.
Couldn't beat out Brock Purdy.
Not beating out Brock Purdy or Sam Darnold when they've given you. It's not like they traded him, but like before training camp, they gave you all of training camp. They're like, this ain't it. This ain't it.
Dog, and they traded up too. That's
well. Do you guys think it would have not been as bad if they took him with their first pick, but didn't trade up for him? Like if they took him at 11 or something like that, whatever.
It looks worse because they traded up.
Perform for him.
The extra picks and people read off like the players that they picked with the extra picks weren't like, oh man, you would have really liked to have them. I think it was the 12th pick and then the 29th pick in back-to-back seasons since then. So it's not like they lost on nothing crazy, but you could have just not lost it to not have to look at him.
Yeah,
it's like when the Bears traded away. Well, it's like when the Bears traded with the Bears traded with the 49ers move so they could draft
Trubisky. So this is Mitch. At least like he played. They made a playoff appearance. Haven't made one since then.
Did make a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, like Trubisky, for like all the jokes and shit, he was pretty bad and obviously isn't great, but was an NFL quarterback. Trey Lance just doesn't appear to be able to play NFL football.
Yeah, no, he needs reps, man, because he doesn't have much college tape. Like you got to get reps in the league too, man.
We just find out it wasn't ever him on the tape. It's just something.
Oh shit! Yeah, he ain't gonna get them reps. I promise you.
He's not gonna play anytime soon in Dallas.
No, because the preseason's over, so this would be when he is playing.
Yeah, he's gonna be third.
I mean, it's not like Dak's like the picture of health. I guess maybe he could play.
I feel like Dak's only had like that when his ankle did a 900.
He got hurt one other time.
Hawk.
That wasn't nothing crazy. I don't even remember if he missed time, but I feel like he's missed time twice.
Well, yeah, because we had to see Ben DiNucci before, and that wasn't last season.
That was when he broke the ankle.
So when did we see the other dude?
His ankle was like facing the other way.
Rush.
Last year he played 12 games. That's when we saw Cooper Rush, and then 2 years ago was 5. He's played 16 games every year, other than the broken ankle. And then last year was his calf or something like that,
something like that. Ooh, that ankle was nasty. God damn,
that shit was bad. That shit was bad. Bad, not good.
Yeah, man. Shout out to
Trey
Lance.
Shout out to him and his what's my boy from the Hawks name? He got the Trey whatever here.
Trey Lance. I'm not Trey Young. Trey Lance. Yeah. Trey Young. They do have the same hair.
Jesus Christ. Bryce Young got a fucking cannon on him. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
he already threw the hell out this ball. Oh shit. Shout out the rookies though, man. It's crazy seeing their improvements like across the preseason games. Like they both looked hella rushed. We're talking about Stroud and Young. Mm-hmm. Their first games were like fucking rough, but it's like I just had to get used to the speed, you know. And it's like now that they got it, like they're both snapping a little bit. Like and Anthony Richardson, you had a good ass game. Kenny Pickett looked good this preseason.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett has
from the young guys, man. Yeah, I don't know what Desmond Ridder looks like. He looks like some shit.
He doesn't look great.
I see him throwing shit behind Kyle Pitts. It's like,
yeah, it wasn't the worst in the world, but it wasn't like promising.
Oh no.
Kenny Pickett I feel like the Steelers might be a little bit better than we expect.
Yeah,
if Kenny Pickett is good, then they could be straight because they got some weapons.
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, Freiermuth, Najee.
If I'm Atlanta and I get any hint that Desmond Ridder is not it, I am blowing the fuck out of this season. I'm doing everything I can. Like I'll have someone attack Kyle Pitts in the parking lot. We're not about to win fucking games. I promise you.
I feel like based on what we've seen from Kyle Pitts, I don't think you need to have anybody take care of him. I think he'll do that himself.
I'm just saying because they got way too much fucking talent on the offensive side of the ball to have a bullshit quarterback. And with Drake May and Caleb Williams coming out next year, like they got to get on one of them. Like Bijan, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, the Olamide Zacchaeus, the dude they found, whatever.
He's always solid. Their line is decent.
Yeah, man.
It's everything but the quarterback. And honestly, I know we were talking about it in the division preview. Like their defense, they've added some solid pieces. Added Jesse Bates, Okuda, who might be bad, but like they've added some pieces to both sides of the ball. It's really just how bad is your quarterback? They should have taken Justin Fields. They're so dumb.
Did Matt Ryan ever say like he officially retired? Like I'd bring him in, not necessarily even to play, but just like, yo, like
where is Matt Ryan?
I don't fucking know.
I think he's unemployed.
Yeah.
Just like bring him in, let him be like some guidance or whatever. Try to get the most out of Desmond Ridder because you don't want him to play. It's like, yo, he knows the organization, he knows the city, he knows the grind. Like he's been an MVP before, he's been in the Super Bowl. The fan base love him. Like why someone like that not down there?
And he ain't great by any stretch with like his age, but he threw 3,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, 13 picks last season for the Colts, and that offense was generally not like Jonathan Taylor was hurt. They have way less talent than Atlanta does. If he gave them the exact same stat line, I mean, you'd like less picks, but I don't see why he couldn't do that, if not better, on that offense.
Yeah.
Like,
Algier, Cordell Patterson, like they got weapons out on that side of the ball.
And Caleb, they got 4 running backs that would be the number 1 or 2 on half the teams in the league.
Dude, Tyler Algier is good.
Tyler Algier's good, and he was losing snaps to fucking Caleb Huntley, who was also good whenever he played.
Oh, I forgot about him.
I don't even know if he's on their roster anymore. I could be wrong about that, but
they can just run the ball.
Yeah, they can run on anybody. Their receivers, again, a first round, a top 12 pick at receiver.
Why didn't it make sense for them to take Bijan?
It didn't. But
if they thought Ritter was the guy, that's the only way it makes sense. That's the only way it makes sense.
Yeah.
The Falcons just draft like best player available and not actually for need.
For sure.
That's true. They cursed because they cursed because they let a bitch ass kicker wear Michael Vick number.
Young Waku?
Yeah. Come on,
this might be like the second best kicker in the league.
I don't give a fuck. He should never even accepted that. As somebody that it's like, hey, I don't want to manage, but hey, I don't think I should be wearing this jersey number.
He was not fine for that.
Come on, bro. He knows where do you think he was at? In the goddamn tutoring center? Where else would he be?
Pho shop. Not.
Is that a pho spot?
No.
Korean barbecue spot?
Damn, man, it's crazy. Outside? Young Waku wouldn't even give up his number for Bijan. Bijan wanted to wear 7.
Bijan is wearing 7.
Or does it say he changed his number? Oh, it says was worn by it. Was worn by it. Okay, he got it back. Oh, so it's fine then. So it's just the kicker.
I don't think nobody should be wearing 7 besides Vic. Just throw that number.
Nah,
I mean, they had the same thoughts about dogs, so they just both wanted to wear the number.
No, he did him fucked up though because he lied to our.
Yeah, but ask the people. You gotta ask the people.
They don't give a fuck about them fans.
If Arthur Blank just sat down in the middle of that stadium, hey, we are in Atlanta. I know what it is. Black people. Can somebody else wear number 7? Niggas gonna be like, no.
Fuck no.
Yeah, let's retire that.
And
we all know I'm right.
It's an iconic jersey.
The NFL just doesn't retire jerseys. I remember we talked about like the jerseys that are retired. It's like you got to be like the nigga that found the team to get your jersey retired.
Yeah, the team got to do it for you. Honestly, that's it. It's like
that's what I'm saying. They should have did it. Falcons know, man.
I think if he didn't leave so unceremoniously, they probably would have done it. No, they probably wouldn't have.
I don't know.
Can someone wear number 4 in Green Bay? That shit retired?
Fuck no. You think they're from like somebody else wear 4 in Green Bay? There's probably gonna be nobody out to wear 12 either. 4 and 12 are definitely about to be retired.
Again, both of those people left the team and motherfuckers hated them. Like I don't know. Let me see.
Brett Favre went
to the Packers retired 4. Yeah, you can't wear 4.
They're gonna retire 12 too.
Hold on, let me see who. I don't think the Falcons have any retired. The Falcons have never retired a jersey.
They shouldn't. They've been a shitty franchise.
Yeah. So like Vic is, I guess, probably the best player in franchise history. Other than Julio Jones and Matt Ryan now.
Only thing they got going for them is that affordable stadium food and beer. And they got an old lady gang in their stadium too. That shit lit.
Yeah, you gotta be like one of one to get your jersey retired.
Fire soul food, Jamal. You get fucking brisket at the stadium. Fucking black eyed peas.
That's crazy. Atlanta seems like such a great place to be.
We'll be there.
Can't wait.
Just wait.
Next year.
We gonna go see the museum you call fucking corny, Martin Luther King Jr.'s house. So why the fuck I want to go to someone's house?
Who said that?
You.
What did I say this?
We was talking about Anne Frank's house.
Oh yeah, I'd rather go to MLK's house than Anne Frank's house.
But you said both were stupid.
I don't think I said that.
Nah, you didn't say that.
Nah, y'all got this nigga lying. Why you lying on me?
That's how I remember it.
That's no, because my whole point was like, yo, why the fuck would I care about going to Anne Frank's house? You still can't tell me why.
Do you think James Harden's ever been to Martin Luther King's house?
Yo,
you would go to MLK's house before you go to Anne Frank's house.
I think you do.
I might not. Because if I'm going to Anne Frank's house, that means I'm probably doing the whole like Holocaust tour. If I'm going to Atlanta,
it's really the only spot in Amsterdam that's related to that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I probably wouldn't do that then. But I'm also in Amsterdam. The list of places on my list to go to Amsterdam and Atlanta above going to both of their houses is long.
How many things else are you going to do in Amsterdam besides that?
A lot.
Name them.
Buy pussy.
How long is it going to take?
How good is it? Do any drugs, probably go on like some sort of bike tour. I'm gonna go to at least another like somewhere else. I'm gonna go to a coffee shop.
It's literally right next to the Heineken Museum, which is a Heineken factory.
I'd go to the Heineken Museum. I don't even fuck with Heineken. I'd probably go there before Anne Frank's house. No, I'm joking. I would definitely go to Anne Frank's house before that.
I would.
But I'm a historian. You know, I like to think about the past.
Are you really?
Nobody fucking knew you're a historian.
I've never heard
you call you that shit.
Honestly, I get overshadowed because Blake's so smart that people forget that I'm smart too. Because Blake knows hella random facts. I know hella random facts too.
I'm a historian. I've heard
I play trivia for fun. I go to trivia on Thursdays for fun.
I've seen that scoreboard. Y'all getting tore up.
I made Blake meet me at
that nigga ain't never said he won nothing.
I won free drinks the last time I went.
That's crazy.
I won the gift certificate.
There's just one nigga up there.
Wow, there was 4 people in that bar.
Stop the cap on this app.
It was all his team.
All right.
This nigga said I'm a historian.
Besides that one though, I only ever been in one trivia night. It was when I was in Fayetteville for work, and they had some bullshit on the screen. It said, what was the name of Woody's horse from Toy Story? And these people was like really having hard discussions about the show. I'm like, ain't no fucking way. If I didn't have to go to sleep, I'd come tear y'all up in here.
Come on, man. They be having some shit up there.
Man.
I be knowing stuff. Ask my wife. I know
I believe you. I'm not.
I believe
it's funny.
Nah, fuck you niggas. Nah, it's too late. It's too late.
Like, you
niggas
smart,
went a little too hard on the slander.
You smart.
I hate this. I hate when the slander genie's driving in my direction. Can't stand it.
You spinning the block too.
Ah, fuck. I asked about James Harden because I wanted to talk about him getting like one of the largest fines in NBA history, but he probably should have.
Why did I feel like it wasn't crazy when I seen the 100K on the screen? I'm like, that doesn't seem like a lot. Like people making a fuss out of this, but then you got to figure like, yeah, when you compare it to other fines throughout the NBA history, it is a lot.
The other 100K ones are like someone beat someone to death on the court.
Yeah,
or
Bison Daly for a triple murder on a boat.
Yeah, someone got their eyes broken on the court fine 100K. I think they said one of the largest fines was Carmelo Anthony when they got into that fight that he ran away from.
The flat back pedal?
I think they said it was like 300K in 5 games or something.
He posted up while moving backwards. That's what it was. He wasn't really.
Yeah. He posted up while moving backwards and also moved backwards 94 feet.
Shout out Nate Robinson for making it clear.
With baseline to baseline backing up. That was the run. He ran.
Nate Robinson popped that
Shout out to Jared Jeffries.
Oh shit. That's just the all-time I'm just like tall, what the fuck do I do player.
That's a good point. But
I've heard NBA players say he was fucking nice.
The 100K doesn't sound that kind of stuff. The 100K doesn't sound that bad for Harden because we know like he's made $500 billion.
Yeah, at this point, little baby just gonna hand it to him in a bag of gummy bears.
I would legitimately not be surprised if little baby was like, "Oh, you was just speaking facts, and let me pay that for you."
Damn, no, it's all making sense. Now I just put the shit together. All them weird ass Michael Rubin pictures. They all 3 great friends. What the fuck they be? What the fuck's going on here, huh?
I don't know. I don't even know what the science is, but I like the direction we're heading in. It's been a while since we did a conspiracy corner. Wouldn't hate it if it showed back up tonight. Just saying. Come on.
Do your homework on Michael Rubin, James Harden, and Lil Baby having nasty 3-way man sex. But either way, how do y'all feel about the whole situation though? Because I honestly I think like I get how come Harden's like mad and standing on business like this with Morey, because he could have hit the open market after I think it was last season, but he opted into this one. You have to imagine like he opted in this off season?
He opted in last off season.
Okay. Oh no, it would have had to been this off season.
That was this. No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so he could hit the open market. He opted in, and I think it's probably one of them things where I don't think he got promised a max, but I think he got promised like, hey, like, yo, you my man, you came out here for me, I fuck with you. That's kind of what Morey was saying to him. It's like, yo, just opt in. I'll find you a place to land, like wherever you want to go. But that way, at least, like, yo, we don't lose you for nothing, right? And then nothing materialized, and it's like, yo, you fucked up my free agency, and I have to stay here, and I don't want to be here no more. So at that point, like, I get how you calling him a snake, and you can't trust him, you can't play with him, you can't be part of an organization, and like that. And of course, you get bonus points for it because where he said the shit at is a place where Morey is universally fucking hated. So why not? Like,
I don't think the Uyghurs hate him, but most of the other people over there do.
I don't know who he's talking to. They making the shoes. They're not selling the shoes.
Yeah, you're right. He did just say
China does not fuck with Morey, and he knew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they were saying like how much money he's lost in the last few years. Because I was listening to not Dan Levitard. It was one of the ESPN people, but he was talking about how like when him and Kyrie were in Brooklyn for when they were there at the same time, they could have opted into like a 3-year or 4-year max, but then he didn't sign that one, and then he went to Philly, and then obviously he took less to play this one season, and they said like, yeah, he's cost himself like $70-80 million the last couple of years.
Maybe
that's just crazy.
Yeah,
and the money's out there. I mean, Fred VanVleet just got like 128 or something like that.
Something crazy.
People's getting paid. Like he just now, this was off-season splash on it. I don't know who's going to be there next year.
What do you think he would have gotten offered for? Let's say it was like a 3-year deal from somebody.
He could have got that VanVleet contract if not more money on it, though. He could probably have the same number of years, probably more money on it.
He's making $35 million this season, so it's not like he's missing hella money.
That's
but
the old numbers, though.
They were giving it out this year for sure.
That's the old numbers.
45 is.
He's sick.
Yeah,
but I get why teams don't want to invest in him like long term because it's like it kind of. For sure, I wouldn't want to either, honestly. Because like when we need you the most, you're gonna like bitch and like. You're not
I can't blame like the playoff shit on him, but it's definitely like if shit goes sour with him, you don't even get a product from him anymore. Like he's just gone.
Yeah, the China says that you're a fucking liar and that you'll never work with me again. Like. Again, you make me miss out on $10 million. I'm probably gonna have a lot of shit to say. But Daryl Morey's gotten that brother a lot of fucking money and got him out of Houston right before he was like, "Hey, look, I'm about to leave him and get you up out of here before I go." Like, it seems like Daryl Morey's done right by James Harden for so long that I find it hard to believe that he maybe. And again, we weren't there, so I don't know. I find it hard to believe that he lied, but maybe he was like, "Look, you resign. I'm gonna get you traded somewhere, and you'll get paid or whatever," and then realize, oh. I gotta like do some shit that's gonna make it very obvious that I'm trading you because we cool. And which they got fined last season for like 10. So it wouldn't be super crazy to be like for the league to be like, all right, look, y'all over here doing some funny shit and we don't like it.
He's probably under hot water too with the league just because like the same shit. Like, they probably don't give him no fucking leeway no more.
Exactly. So I can't imagine it was as easy. This might be one of those situations that we all end up in at work where like someone said they were going to do something for you and then they realize like, oh, I can't deliver on that. And now you're like, man, you's a bitch ass nigga. But it's like, sorry that I realized I couldn't for real trade you when I thought who would want to trade for James Harden? I fucking love James Harden as Daryl Morey. But does the rest of the league love James Harden? Like I'm trying to think of what team would trade for him and pay him.
That's the thing, man.
They got the Clippers. It's it basically. He's telling you he wants to play for one team,
and they don't have shit to give back. Really, like people are saying, what's it? Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann's like 28, bro. Like he's not the asset y'all think he is.
He's hella old, and they said he's untouchable. They said you better off getting prime LeBron James and Terrence Mann at 28. They literally said if it was prime LeBron James, you have a better chance. Fuck out of here. So like, but then once he gets there, you can't pay him. So then in a year, is he now like? Well, give me $50 million, and now you can't do that, and you don't got Terrence Mann. So I don't know who's trading for him and paying him. So the market probably wasn't there. If he was a free agent, sure, it might have been a little different, but you got to give something up to get him.
Yeah. I know he probably wished that he ended up in Chris Paul's spot.
He probably regrets not signing that max extension with the Nets, and then he could have just did like the trade me shit. But
I think people are scared of ending up how Melo did, where it's like. He had the more competitive thing where he could have left and went to the Bulls. He stayed in New York because they had more money to give him. And then he just I don't know how many years later he tried to get out of there or whatever. But I think people are scared of that. So I don't know. Or they're dabbling both.
It's kind of crazy too because I get that he don't want to be there, but it's not like the Sixers are a bad spot to be. Like, he's not in Houston where it's like, man, y'all about to bring a bunch of young people in here. We can't do nothing. what didn't they finish the season as a 2 seed last year? Like
2 or 3.
And you're playing next to Embiid still. Like at least there's another superstar there.
Well, the organization believed the issue was the coach, and they got rid of him. So
yeah,
why not run it back?
It's like I don't want to take the side of the company, but like you're kind of doing a lot for someone who could be Dame, who's making a lot of money playing somewhere where like if we're in the play-in, we're fucking lucky. Mm-hmm. You know for sure Philly's going back to the playoffs next year. They'll be competitive. As competitive he always is you a second round exit, which is probably what they'll be next year. You play next to the MVP, happen. You're in Philly, you making $35 million a year. If you missed out on 8 to 10 million to what? Go back and play with fucking Houston? That's crazy. You're wilding a little bit. But hey,
when you need James Harden the most, bro, in playoff moments, he's not gonna be there for you, man. He gonna give up the ass.
He did it this year though, right? When Embiid was out and he dropped that 45.
Yeah, or he had like 52
the first game of the series. First game of the series, yeah. But when they needed him most for like the
next 5 games,
he was kind of giving up the ass.
Yeah.
And then like him and Embiid didn't have good games. And then like him and Embiid were talking about, we can't play. Me and James need help. We can't play 2-on-5. It's like, dude, I just watched Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey outplay both of you guys. What the hell are you talking about?
Tobias Harris is the problem.
He's the real issue here.
Hey, they could have given James Harden the money if they weren't giving Tobias
Harris also was playing better than James Harden.
But it wasn't. No, it wasn't as good as James Harden.
I'm saying that shit don't matter when you're making how much he's making.
I get it.
He's scoring 15 points a game.
He outplayed James by scoring 21 on 7 for 13 shooting.
Yeah, the bar for playing better has got to be a little bit higher for you, but like
Tobias Harris is living the greatest NBA life ever. You'll never hear him complain because his dad was actually complaining. Now that I'm thinking about it, but he's making like $28 million a year to have no expectation of being good.
He's pulling up and shit. He got no business being in.
Yeah, he got a Lambo truck, and it's like, yo, this nigga scores 11.5 points a game. He's like, oh yeah, he's got like a real estate business on the side. You know, he got a team of people around him.
He'd be at Nobu in the booth next to Braun getting the same shit. Like, what the fuck what do you do?
That's crazy. I would love to be him. He could probably walk around hella places unknown.
He had a long ass career too because he came in like at 17. Like,
yeah, he was like the youngest player in the NBA for his first 3 or 4 years.
I remember RIP my boy Bruce, man, my brother. We always used to try to get Tobias Harris on 2K because he was just wild young. So he was
fucking nice.
He was time to build him up. Yep. That's the crazy thing. He ain't bad at basketball. He's just not as good as that contract says he should be. Like he's been solid everywhere that he's been. He belongs on a roster for sure. It's just makes way too much money.
The per game versus the per game paycheck does not.
It's just the money with him. That's all it is.
Yeah.
What do you
shout
think
out his agent though?
We don't got to spend too much time on it. I'm sorry for dragging it, but where would you rank Tobias Harris in the NBA? Like top 25?
Top 450.
All right. Dog,
top 25? Hell no.
Tobias Harris is making $4 more million a year than James Harden this year.
Yeah. Top 25, you're talking about All-Stars. He ain't that.
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about? He's like top 75? Maybe? I don't know. What's 2K got him at, nigga? Just go with that.
I'm saying you doing a fantasy draft, like ain't nobody like, man, he better not put Tobias Harris this round.
I don't think he's getting drafted.
He's definitely getting 2K, definitely getting drafted. Hey, and hold on, 2K, I'm on y'all ass too. We let y'all fly by to talk about Madden. I meant to bring that shit up. Y'all are greedy as fuck and don't deserve nothing, and I'm really not buying that shit this year. The shit they announced today with the badges is some bullshit. It said like the badges basically, you can go from like bronze to Hall of Fame or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's based on how often your badge activates, right? So,
wow.
Yes. Let's say like you got like corner 3 or some shit, and you play rec by yourself. You'll probably never get the shit Hall of Fame because they're probably not gonna pass you the ball. The Randers be fucking hating, and they got to maintain their badges, their dribble guy shit. They want all them shits up, so they need them just popping off all the fucking time. Rather than just letting you equip the badges at whatever level you earned it to, like. I don't know. It's just a real bizarre fucking choice. It's very anti-consumer, and I feel like it's just another thing that's kind of urging people to make more builds and spend more money.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just fed up with it. Like we complain about Madden because like they don't make changes and shit like that. But at least like you buy Madden, like your transactions are done after that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't play MUT, so I mean, like we're not putting.
Yeah, we don't play MUT, so
yeah. But it's like 2K. It's like you buy 2K, your transactions just getting started, bud. Like it's
and the complaint with Madden isn't that like they don't touch MUT; it's that they don't touch franchise. The people that play MUT say that like that shit is fun.
That's where the money
they bring them back every year for a reason. Mm-hmm. My career, I guess, is the same thing, but they just make it harder every year. Like they make it less enjoyable every season. Like this last year, that fucking like doing stuff with the character to get your like shit up during the season was too much.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. Like the first one that had Derrick Rose on the cover, I kind of wasn't fucking with it because it was way too hard. Like I hated playing basketball and sucking. Like I didn't like that shit. But there was a certain time where shit kind of evened out, where it was like, okay, the grind and the money you put in, it makes sense. I think it was might have been the first one on PS4 where they had the different parks and shit like that. And you didn't know when you was gonna get the badge, like you the LeBron chase down badge.
Yep.
Like you should do random shit to get the badge,
bro. You would just get it. You would do a random. It wouldn't be the chase down block. Yeah.
It's like I thought I did enough post riders to get the post rider, but you didn't yet. So I fucked with that.
14 through like 18 was the peak, and at its peak, it was so good that it was like I have to keep giving it a chance, and you will get fun out of it. Like Blake, you play so much that like you're getting fun out of it, but it's like they're just they're making it less fun and more of like another job to
it's like you recognizing like you're in an abusive relationship, but she do that one thing that you like a lot, so it's like I'm gonna just keep coming back. Like I know I can't find that out there.
But it's like the important thing. It's not even just like they be fucking. They used to be like, oh, they're a world star Michelin chef, so when it's good. Oh, it's the best ever.
I know I know they ain't making pot roast like this in the streets. I
remember when the PS5 first dropped and we were looking at like that number of hours we were all putting into 2K. It was like between 500 at the low end to like 1,100 hours a season. You having a great time. That's hours with your homies. That's like you work 2,000 hours in a year. You was doing half that on 2K because it was so good. You kept coming back.
Do it to me this
and
year.
Now they're like, I paid 2,000, put 1,000 hours in. What am I getting out of this?
Yeah, and I might be Mr. Microtransaction. Like I'll let the car fly on a fucking digital content. Like I don't mind it. But this is just too much. Like they doing a lot on here.
Oh, they got battle passes and shit now on 2K.
Battle passes with levels, like there's tiers to it. Like there's like a premium and a lower tier.
Yeah, I saw
what
that.
What are we doing?
And they saying it won't give you a competitive advantage, which
and you still can't get your money back if you fuck a build up. I can't. I can't. At this point, it's like drugs. Like if you see me on there, I hope I sold dick to get it. That's all.
Did y'all see the Mamba Moments trailer?
Bro, and let's get to that. Guess what? 2 moments they left out of that shit.
Oh, they left 2 obvious ones. I think there's 3 obvious ones they left out.
I didn't watch it. What they leave out?
81-point game.
And the
last game.
And I was thinking the All-Star game. I was thinking the All-Star.
The one against LeBron or a different one?
The one with him and Jordan, like early on.
Oh yeah.
That'd been fun.
Not having the 81-point game is crazy. Like not having him dropping something on Jalen Rose's head is crazy.
But like they basically had this mode in the game the year Kobe passed, but it was in my team with the pink diamond Kobe card, and that shit was wild fucking fun. But they had both of those moments a part of that challenge. So it's like
I played my team specifically to have that card.
Yeah, that shit was hella fun.
Yeah, it was hella fun. Yeah, I don't like how like we can talk with this will transition us, I guess, but I don't like how these companies are like they know what we want, they see what we want, they can provide what we want, and they just take advantage of the fact that like we can make a lot more money, even just a little bit more money if we do it in a way that makes it fun, not fun for anybody. Like 2K. You could do a whole bunch of stuff with the Kobe stuff. You can do a whole bunch of stuff in my park. They're not having fun. Nike, hey, we have Mamba Day.
Fuck you, Ben Affleck.
Were you not on the sneakers app at 7 a.m. in 1 second to get the pair of shoes that we've released after we went through a dispute with his wife saying that we want, or is that she wants to make the shoes easier to get? Nike just finessing us.
You had
several years
for everybody to get them.
Wait, so it was her fault?
No.
Y'all trying to stop me on that rant the other week.
Oh no, I'm just saying. She don't got no control.
No, I don't think she does. But it just doesn't make any sense of like.
It sounds good when she says it, but she don't got
the main thing that everybody says they want from me, even more than Jordan, is just like make it so like people that like Kobe's can get Kobe's. This isn't like some super crazy expensive shoe that you put the most
white
tech
shoe.
in.
It's hella basic.
But
why aren't these in stores?
I'm that for that one, but I'm thinking of even like the next day they did the Grinches, they did the like Mambasita joints. The Mambasita, you could have been making those for the last 3 years. The Grinches, you knew it went crazy when on Christmas when those came out again.
I went 0 for 4. I think get not one pair.
The math has to say that this hyper exclusive route makes them more money than just having them available, which I find hard to believe myself. But
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
As a business, you wouldn't keep doing this shit, right? If you didn't.
I think with the way that they do it now is that they know for sure we can price these shoes at kind of whatever we want, so $220 or whatever, and we can make this many pairs, and we know we're going to sell every single one of these pairs. But when we were making them, when you can get KDs and Kobe's in the store for like $80 to $160, and they would sit in a finish line, because that's what we liked was when you could walk into the finish line, pick them up. They're like, we're not making money off the shoes that we're not selling. So maybe
there's
it's
some
more
shoes though, like if you put them in stores, they're not sitting. Like if you put any Kobe now in a store, it's not just going to sit there forever.
For sure, but unless they make enough shoes like we want for like everybody to get a pair. Not everybody, like every human, but like everybody that wants a pair should be able to, like, even if I gotta wait, like with a PlayStation, you couldn't get the PS5 when it first came out, but if you waited long enough, like now you can just walk into any store. Can you make enough Grinches that like, okay, I can't get the Grinches on Christmas morning, but can you make enough so that in February I can walk into the store and just grab a pair because they're just a pair of shoes?
Yeah, so why have this old limited release? Why not just keep stocking them? Even if you're not fast enough, keep them on the shelves. Yeah, just keep doing it.
I don't care how long I have to wait. I've been wanting the Grinches since Christmas of 2019 or 2020 when they first came back out again. You could have been like made it available for me.
I was talking to Chris today about the 2 for $89 came up, and I swear, like I remember this. Like at one point, it might have been at Foot Action. There was Jordan 2s in the 2 for $89.
Oh, I feel like I remember a long time. Yeah,
that shit'll never happen again.
Yeah,
I don't even fuck with those shoes. Like that shit'll never happen again. It might have been lows, but I like still.
Yeah. They'll never drop packages again either, because I think just how much money it'll cost.
Oh, for sure. Well, someone. I mean, I'm sure someone got shot last time. Someone for sure would get shot this time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Niggas are still getting shot over shoes that like you can get shot at a Flu Games release or like a Bread 11 release. And them shit's been coming out.
Some Panda Dunks.
Yeah,
you shot over Panda Dunks. That's crazy. You gotta.
What white people have done to the dunk is unacceptable.
If you shoot me over Panda Dunks and I don't die, I'm coming back and shooting you. Well, that's fucked up.
Pick a better shoe, nigga.
Yeah, better kill me.
Dog, the fact that you couldn't just walk into you still can't, but at least you can get them on the Nike app now. You couldn't walk into the store and grab a pair of black and white Dunks. Like the shoe game is some nasty work right now.
Yep. They gotta put up with the Lululemons. They got the whole shit going on. That's the unique.
Hey, that shit yesterday, it showed that there's plenty of pairs of these shoes just locked away somewhere. Cause they had the Grinches, the Mambasitas, those white and black pairs of Kobe 4s, and they had the Hall of Fame joints. What's that? What company made those?
Undefeated
Hall of Fames, bro. And like, dog, everybody's like, bro, I couldn't get not one pair because I tried to get a pair, like just to see if I could. It's nothing.
I think the real investigative journalism project here is finding out these shoe companies' involvement with these secondhand markets.
Oh yeah, that's
for sure.
That's what I think. Because we seen that shit with Marcus Jordan. He got caught like backdooring some shoes.
That's what I'm saying. They probably like take X number of pairs and them shit's going straight to StockX through accounts that they set up as like random third parties or whatever. But the money's coming back to the company. It's like they sold the shoe for like twice what they were going to sell at retail for. It's like, why wouldn't we do that shit?
I feel like they don't even do it in no secret way. Like I feel like because collusion ain't as illegal as it should be, they probably have just like brought those companies in and not necessarily purchased them, but they're just like, hey, set up this many accounts for us, buy back this. We'll sell you this many pair of shoes. We just do it through the app, so it looks like your app's getting all this traffic and
I think if it was that wide open, that news would have gotten out by now. Just because the shoe companies like StockX or GOAT or something like that, when they send them shit to authentication places, they're hiring people who are like of the sneaker culture and shit like that. And I think at some point it probably would have gotten out because I know they're not paying them like great. They're probably.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like how these scandals that take hella long to come out and how much money these companies have. Like that, this I guess is a little different, but that fucking crypto bank that just collapsed,
folded and lost all the marinas,
and they was finessing everybody. Everybody thought it was a good deal until it wasn't. And Nike just has so much money and like reach with like resources that I feel like there's a way that's much smarter than what I'm saying that they can probably make this shit shake and not have to even like hide it for real.
All right.
Nasty work.
All right. So y'all are not PC gamers, but on the PC game side.
Hey, my bad. Did you see how much people are reselling like the gear for like the Halo series shit?
Is it just white like Tech Fleece?
It's just all white. Like it was just all white. It's like so they had the all white shirt with kind of like the white silverish like Kobe logo. Then they had the hoodie.
I know it's stupid.
What are they doing?
Dog, that hoodie was going for $375 on StockX, and it was sold out immediately.
What are we doing?
I know Kanye's sick. He didn't think of this shit.
What are we doing?
This seems like the shit he'd do.
Oh my god!
I didn't even know because the homie's like, "Yeah, man, I was trying to get it, but these shits are on StockX for like $380." I was like, "Dog, even the hoodie sold out."
There's just Cactus Jack clothing sitting in the fucking sneakers app.
Mm-hmm. You can still get a lot of them Travises. Some of the prices be kind of crazy. Or you said sneakers. Sorry.
No. Clothing, not sneakers. Clothing.
Oh, yeah, no, them shoes be gone. Yeah, them shoes be gone.
No, I thought you were saying I'm like GOAT. And
no, I'm talking about on the sneakers app. There's Cactus Jack clothing on there, just sitting in there. I don't know why people don't want it. I thought that all the shit list left immediately. Whatever. By the way, so on the PC gaming side, there's multiple storefronts you can buy games from. Steam is obviously the most popular. It's also a launcher for games, so like it manages your games. They sit in there, shit like that. But you have the Ubisoft has a launcher, EA has a launcher. Technically, the Xbox app, which is where Game Pass shit is, that's a launcher. And then there's also Riot has one, and there's the Epic Game Store. Mm-hmm. Epic has had like some controversy in the past because they've struck deals with like third-party developers on having like exclusive launches on there, or having games be exclusive to their launchers. And like PC gamers are like the whiniest fucking group of gamers that exist.
Perfection.
Like, yeah, they are annoying as fuck. So anything that takes games away from Valve and Steam, if you go online in any form, they are crying about it. So this week, Epic announced that they're going to have this program where if you allow your game to be exclusive to the Epic Game Store for the first 6 months, they'll give you 100% of the revenue, which is incredible because...
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Steam takes 30%. So
100% of the revenue.
Exactly. So...
Damn, okay.
People found a way to fucking complain about this, and it just blew my mind because it's like... In my mind, like, we're all gamers, right? Like, if there's more avenues for people to make money off of this shit, that means there's more games for us to play and more things that we can get to enjoy. So it's like, why would you, as a consumer, really give a fuck about, like, a company having an initiative like this just because it moves away from one launcher that you like to another one? Like, I've used Epic for shit like this in the past to give away a ton of free games on there. I bought Sifu over there, which is exclusive over there. And obviously Fortnite's over there, so when I play on PC, I'm playing it out of there. I've never had an issue with their launcher. Never an issue with Steam either, but like I don't feel like my loyalty is tied to one or the another, and it's just a really baffling thing that I see online a lot.
Is it complicated to like manage multiple launchers or like have them on your computer?
No,
I didn't think so. It's
extremely simple. Yes, it's like you can open iTunes and you see your songs in there.
Yeah.
Imagine like you had like Spotify installed too, and you open that and saw your songs in there,
and it looks exactly the same, basically.
Yes.
That's it. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Why? Yeah. Well, doesn't make any sense why you'd be upset. That sounds beneficial. Because like you're saying, if you're getting 100% of the revenue, that means like the budget for your game can be substantially larger. Because you're not having to pay nobody out for nothing.
Oh yeah.
That's I foolishly because I'd be bored and have like idle fucking hands. get in arguments with folks online and try to explain that to them and be like, no, you'd make more money if you could sell your game more places. And I'm like, well, yeah, maybe for some people, but like there's other studios where it's like, it's like maybe you had like a really good social media campaign leading up to launch your game and you have people dedicated and willing to buy that shit and they do it over here. It's like, why wouldn't we all just come over here and buy your shit? It's 100% of the revenue. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like,
and that used to be like encouraged. Like console selling games was like what you are looking for, and people respect it with consoles. So it's like launcher selling games. Like, yeah, if we can get more people over here, which means you're going to look at our stuff a little bit more, maybe buy some more stuff, we'll give you more money for bringing people over here. I can only imagine that's going to be good. We've all probably bought a console for like one specific title or like one specific franchise of game. So I don't see how that's any different than downloading something for free. That is just a different button.
You would think someone told people that they can't drink water anymore if you went on some of these areas where they talk about this shit. Is mind-boggling to me.
You have to click download, which means you can't play this game. You got to click a button.
Yep. Shout out to that.
Crazy.
Kevin Hart tried to race Stephen Ridley and tore like his adductors and abdominal muscles and shit. He's in a wheelchair for 6 to 8 weeks.
That's crazy.
Shout out to that.
6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Him in a wheelchair because he got a race?
Terrible, bro. I can't imagine pulling nothing in that area. Ooh, that sounds terrible.
Made me a little hesitant about sprinting. Maybe just won't do that anymore. Maybe I'm done sprinting for life. I don't know.
When's the last time you stretched?
Today at the driving range.
Okay, so yeah. Oh well, at driving range stretching, I guess, is a little bit different. But like,
I stretch for a lift too, but I stretch for that workout.
Yeah, which means you're probably better. Kevin Hart works out a lot though. Now that I'm thinking about it,
that's what I'm saying. He has a shoe.
Workout lines.
Yeah, he did have a shoe. Yeah, they weren't bad either.
Yeah, they weren't
for what they were supposed to be. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with them. There's workout shoes.
Yeah, no, I never mind the stretching points out the window because I know he stretches. And if you tore all that by sprinting, yeah, I don't know if I want to run no more. I mean, I don't run now, but
no.
This is awesome. I hit a good ass sprint. I can't even think of the. Like playing.
I ran after my daughter though, so I've definitely sprinted, but I don't know if I was like wide open on that pause. Like.
Yeah, like I ran with my dog and like, chasing him around and like in the yard and shit like that where you're like you obviously you're running or like I know when we went to LA a couple years ago we ran the 40s when we went to do the tour at SoFi Stadium and I definitely sprinted on that but I almost shit myself so
oh shit.
You almost shit yourself running a 40?
I just had a shit and it was like I'm not at the age anymore where I can like keep everything tight enough where taking off from a dead stop to a sprint, also keep all the shit up.
That's cool.
That's insane.
You have to go shit and then go try to.
No, run I'm just saying you keep playing wild fucking games. If I feel like that shit's knocking at the door,
I didn't feel it. I didn't think I was like, I need to like go. It was like, next time I get the opportunity to, I'm gonna go. But the opportunity came sooner than I thought.
I hear you. All right. Hold on. All right. So y'all know who Steven Strasburg is?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was a legend when we were in high school.
That's what I'm saying. So my man's was drafted first pick, number 1 overall, 2009 MLB draft. And I remember this happened like right after the Nationals, I think, got Bryce Harper too. So because they had these 2 highly touted prospects coming in back to back or whatever.
I think it was the other way around. I think it was Strasburg.
Was it the other way around?
I think so.
Okay, that makes sense because I know Harper came out of high school, I think.
Yeah.
Stroud went to college. Or Strasburg went to college, my fault. So either way, he's had a career that's been like dinged up by injuries. I remember when he first started out, like they were on this heavy thing of him being like on a pitch count, limiting his innings and shit like that. They finally let him loose. 2019, they were the World Series. He got the World Series MVP. He's finished as high as 3rd for Cy Young. He's made 3 All-Star teams.
Damn.
Yeah,
it's a good ass career.
It's a good ass career.
Yeah, but he was hurt for the first 10 years of it, basically.
He hurt on and off, right?
Yeah.
And then lately, he's had what was his last major injury? It's called thoracic outlet syndrome. The condition manifests when the pressures in the space between the collarbone and the first rib increase to the point of impinging vessels or nerves. So,
wow.
Yeah, I think it's just like constant pain. It probably, of course, like that's an area it's going to limit you being able to throw the ball and shit like that. By the way, she's chosen to retire. And this is again like Tyrell said, like somebody who their career was very much tied with like our like not necessarily like youth, but transition from like high school to adults.
Yeah, this was him and Bryce Harper were when like we were seeing high school. We were super focused on high school athletes when we were high school athletes.
There were people around our age. So it was like you recognize
Steven Strasburg is this guy in Florida or California who's 3 years older than me, is like supposed to be one of the best athletes ever.
About to take over the game.
Yep.
The same way I remember goddamn, I think it's Bryce Brown, the running back went to Tennessee because he graduated high school the same year as me. So like I remember, and John Wall, I feel the same way about him.
Yeah.
But either way, like he's hanging it up. And he just signed like a really big fucking contract before this happened. In baseball, you can put insurance on contracts, so you don't necessarily have to pay if something catastrophic happens. The Nationals did not do that. So Steven Strasburg will continue to be paid $35 million annually through 2026, with about $11.4 million deferred each year. He will then receive $26.6 million in 2027, 28, 29 in his owed deferred payments. So he's like, he's not playing baseball anymore. He's going to be getting paid tens of millions of dollars through 2029.
You know who his agent is?
Rich Paul.
Scott Boras.
Hey,
Scott Boras gets fucking everybody paid.
I thought he was over. Jay-Z said he was done, just like Tim.
He's managed by his company. I don't know if it's his agency, or not his agency. If he's the agent,
you coming with me.
But yeah, his agent is the Boras Corporation. And every single time I hear about some like weird contract shit, it's like, Scott Boras was able to negotiate someone getting $38 million a year after their year 35 fucking season.
I think that's one of them jobs you really just can't just like strive to have. I mean, I don't give up your dream, but like I was thinking about this shit earlier today. It's like, y'all ever heard about people who are in art sales?
No.
I haven't heard about. What do you mean? Yeah. Really
okay. So like obviously artwork sells for a bunch of fucking money, but there's like realtors where it's like they might get like 3%, 4% off the sale of an art piece. And normally these are done between two people who never talk to each other, like the buyer and seller. Mm-hmm. So they might sell like a $12 million like fucking Van Gogh or some shit like that, and just get 3% off of it just because like they help broker the shit. But like that's not a job like you can like go to school for and end up having.
For sure,
like,
yeah.
That's some shit that like you were in the loop and they gave that shit to you.
Yeah. Or you found out you were good at the sales part of it and it was like, oh, this art gallery needs somebody to sell shit for me. I kind of do feel like agents are like that, and I know most agents are like they become lawyers and they're like, oh, I'm a contract lawyer, so now I do sports contracts. I'm a sports agent. Like it shifts over. But yeah, I feel like when most people think of like, oh, I want to be a lawyer, they think of like criminal justice type shit. And they're like, wait, there's hella more money if I just like go and read contracts for people and like talk about that, negotiate it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who's gonna be our contract person that looks over everything and make sure our paperwork is right when we get a deal?
Blake.
I would say it's got to be Blake, right?
LegalZoom.com.
I feel like Blake's mom would know a guy. I feel like your mom's had somebody read a contract before.
Yeah, I'm sure she has.
Yeah, I trust Blake. Hey man, read that contract. All right.
Don't do that. You better read that shit too.
Yeah, for sure. That's how we end up like Rory and Maul.
I'm gonna tell Jamal to take a day off.
Yeah. all of a sudden, Blake is fucking Brandon Marshall.
Oh
no! I'm probably a little closer.
Blake got Gucci bucket hats and shit.
Can
we see the books? Ain't no books, nigga. Like, damn, why you start calling us that?
Cartier buffs on. Just like, what the fuck, y'all showed up?
It would be hella funny if one day it wouldn't be hella funny. It'd be kind of funny if one day we found out, like, oh, I think Blake been getting ad dollars this whole time, and we ain't listening to episodes, so there was just ads running.
I got an email today in the podcast account from Podbean talking about, hey, if you want to run ads, then you need to submit these tax forms. I'm like, I'm not fucking giving y'all shit.
Nah, nigga, hand them taxes
Tax.
over, nigga.
Oh,
Yeah, you in there. They ate you up for a reason.
Because for one, like, we didn't put in for that program for I don't know how long ago, but it's like, as far as I know, they've never ran one on our podcast as long as I've been listening to it. I've never heard one pop up. So, like, I'm not. You're just getting my fucking information just to have it.
Nah, yeah, they started asking about, like, hey, if you want to pay for us to do it, we'll do that.
Yeah, I've seen that to advertise another podcast, but we got to like make a sizzle reel or something to put on there because I don't want them to auto-generate the shit and it's just some wild shit.
You do. It says like, oh yeah, do you want to like, do you have one you want to upload? But then I was looking, I'm thinking like, oh, they'll charge you like $100. It was like the entry level is $350.
Yeah,
the recommended level
is
$700. Like, oh my goodness,
$700 for what?
To advertise on other people's podcasts.
Yeah, they drop you on other people's podcasts, but we don't know where we're getting dropped at or nothing like that.
Yeah, you can choose like crazy. You can choose the drop down of like, hey, do you talk about politics? Do you talk about sports? Do you talk about like health? Do you talk about? And I'm like, shit, we talk about all this shit.
I'm gonna go back and find a clip of Jamal saying we're the #1 lifestyle podcast and see where they put up.
Hey, I got it on my phone, bro.
Go right.
I can send it right to you. Got you.
They got to put us somewhere.
Do we want to be there? I don't know.
Oh, now look at that. We're on Fresh and Fit. Fantastic.
Hey, they get hella listeners.
They do.
Hey, you like Fresh and Fit, but you don't want to be like a weird nigga.
You actually want to see what a woman smells like?
Yeah. Do you want to be Fresh and Fit and have women? Or whatever you prefer? Because, we're all inclusive here.
Being a federal agent and starting a podcast called Fresh and Fit is absurd.
Yeah, I forgot he was 12. Yeah, fuck that guy.
I think they said he worked for TSA or something like that. Which makes it funny.
They said he left his man on the camera by himself crying. He got up.
He stormed off. And the nigga that I've never seen a clip of the dude who got left behind actually talking. You always
the dark skinned brother?
Yeah. You always see the light skinned dude talking every single time they're doing something. Yeah. So it's mostly the Fit and Fit podcast. But who's fresh and who's fit? Because we wear black t-shirts and black hoodies every day. Anyway,
the light skinned federal agent dude, he is kind of in shape. I ain't gonna.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I call it the Fit and Fit podcast.
Okay,
who's fresh?
Ooh, get him.
Fuck that guy.
Cooked his ass. Boom, roasted.
So what happened? Who did he have on it? Like, what happened? Like,
it wasn't a single person, but like when YouTube does that shit, they are like the feds. Like they build a case over time, right? So it's like. Whatever they've been talking about, whatever they've been doing, it's like they built enough up on them that it's like, it's like y'all have done enough where, you're just demonetized, struck down, that's it. And that it's like it's your back catalog, like the channel can't come back, like the shit's just done. So they would have to, the way around it is they would have to pull down all their content, start a new channel, upload all of it over there, and then you still risk like not getting out whatever they need you to remove from it, and that same channel getting struck down too.
And I'd imagine YouTube would be like, "Hey, we already told you no." Like,
no, you can remonetize another channel and be the same person.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people have done that.
You just have to chill out on what you're doing, what you were doing.
You got to make sure you address whatever points they wanted you to hit that you didn't hit when they told you about it before, because it don't happen out of nowhere. You get 3 strikes.
Yeah, which I'm sure between strikes they were doing enough stuff that it was like, oh, we'll be okay. They didn't take this one down.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they didn't say anything about this, we're good. But it's like, just because they didn't say it immediately doesn't mean it still wasn't a TOS violation. So,
love to see it.
That's talking. We are safe at the moment because we're not in the YouTube creators partnership program.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had enough things happen over there in order to be at that point. But we don't at this point have to worry about what we say, or when I play music on here, it doesn't really matter. It might get muted out on a video, shit like that, but our channel doesn't get striked for that shit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And the audio, it doesn't ever really affect the audio stuff.
No, on the audio only part, it doesn't. No, it plays through. But on YouTube, sometimes it strikes that portion of the audio out of it, and it'll come back later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
a little how the sauce is made, y'all. For everyone who's here at hour 48 with us. Behind
baseball.
Mm-hmm. So look, I got a big thing typed on the document. We do not have to do that right now. Energy feels like we are all had a very long week. I'm reading the room.
I'd be down to do some of it. I don't know if we got to do all of it.
You let me know that I'm here for the ride.
Oh, about the awards, right? Awards,
yes, sir. Yeah.
We could do that, like the NFL awards.
I missed the fucking room. Then let's go.
I don't.
That bitch rip.
Yeah. Hey Blake, I'm fucking lonely. I already told you. My dog's not even
here. I tried to play golf again on the PlayStation, Tyrell, and I forgot how bad my controller be pissing me the fuck off. I'm so happy that you started to get on here.
Oh my god, bro!
Trash.
I don't like how they be putting me and Harold Varner against each other. We should have reviewed that game instead of Madden. Hey, the PGA hasn't missed yet.
Tell me the shoes ain't fire on there.
They're all good. Jordans. They look fantastic.
They look better than NBA 2K. The Jordans.
Yeah, they're proportional to your feet. There's way more detail.
The font game is crazy.
Yeah, no. PGA back-to-back years, or did they do 21 and 23?
21 and 23 or 24. Yeah,
okay.
24.
Both of them. No, this one's 23. Yeah. Both of them have been fantastic. I'm having a great time. The commentary is good. It's not the freshest in the world. They'll say like, oh, the same like certain lines over and over again, but like they got a lot of detail on all the like golfers that are on there and shit. That's just tight.
They got my girl in there who'll be on the between the pines, between the fairways. I think it is. It's a small podcast with the two black golfer dudes, but she's this light skinned chick from. Hold on, I got you. I'm gonna actually pull it up and get their name right because I do fuck with these gentlemen for real.
That's what I was gonna say when we were talking about golf lessons. I want to be picky. I like to be picky with select services like this, so I want my golf lesson to be by a black person.
Beyond the fairway. I know the glare is crazy on that. Beyond the fairway. Okay. Yeah, they are good. Listen, but I think her name is Harry. She's this light skinned chick from like London or whatever. They had her on for one topic. They were talking about like. I think it was after the unfortunate like Tyrese Nichols incident, but they had her on there, and like it was interesting trying to hear her speak to issues in America when like her life has like been so far removed from that shit. Not that there's not issues like in the UK, but it's like racial relations and relationships with police is like so different between the two. So I don't know. That was interesting. She's on the game, so
that's tight. She's a golfer on there, or she's like
she's a commentator. She's a commentator.
Okay.
They had like
wait, is she the main chick that be on there talking during?
She's the only woman that be on there talking. Yeah.
Oh,
they're good friends with Cheyenne Woods though too, so they've had her on the podcast I think a couple times.
I didn't realize that was a black woman talking. It makes sense now that you say that. Like the tone and inflection immediately clicks now that you say she's a black woman. Didn't assume that at all. That's
black
tight.
British, yeah.
Y'all
know who Cheyenne Woods is?
Nah.
That's Tiger Woods' niece.
Oh, okay.
She was an LPGA golfer.
Yep, I've heard her name.
Yeah, I know you talking about.
She stink at golf though, but she. Do you know Paige Veronicas?
Oh, I know who that is. That's so funny. Yeah. What'd you say?
You know who Paige Veronicas?
I be knowing faces, not names.
She's so obviously she's heavy up top, but I'm telling you, like her YouTube videos, she's actually talking about golf technique. They're really good. Like she's actually a really good person to learn from on YouTube. Easy to look at too, but
I don't think that's her.
It's Paige SPIRANIC, I think. But Paige is like PAIGE.
Oh yeah, she be popping on my TikTok all the time. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. He said obviously heavy up top. She is
buxom. All right.
Oh, good grief. Wow.
NFL award winning predictions. Here we go, folks. This is the hour 53-minute mark of the Thrilling Folks podcast, episode 116. Thank y'all for rocking with us because we rocking with y'all. We gonna get straight to it, man. We did the NFL preview already, so now let's talk about a little bit of NFL honors, man. So it's Thrilling Folks podcast honors at the same time too. MVP awards. What do y'all think? Who's did that?
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
What?
I think Joe Burrow's winning it.
Ooh, shit. I
feel like if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna double check. I think the Chiefs and the Bengals play again this season. I think the Bengals will beat them again, how they have for several years in a row outside of the playoffs. I think Burrow will have a season that's like he does some bullshit. I think he's gonna throw for like 4,900 yards, between 4,900 and 5,100 yards, I think him and Jamar Chase are about to do some bullshit. Like one of them might have 23 receiving touchdowns, might break a record.
Damn.
So I think Burrow's going to end up winning it. They play the Chiefs. They play the Chiefs on New Year's Eve in Arrowhead because somehow all of their games are in Arrowhead when they play the Chiefs. He gets to play the Bengals. He gets to play the Bills. So I think he's going to beat all of the quarterbacks where it's like, oh, it's Joe Burrow, it's Josh Allen, it's Trevor. I think he's going to beat all of them. They play the 49ers. Like their schedule shapes up for it to work out. He plays Lamar, but he also got some easy games in there too. You know, I think Burrow's winning it.
Jamal, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. I got Aaron Rodgers. I think this is his last.
That shit too.
2 years ago, he won MVP, right? And then so last season was like a down year for him, kind of, but like it's to his standards. Like his numbers aren't that bad. I think he's like. I'm expecting him to have like one last fuck you season. He's happy to be in a new place. He wants to get out there, show the world more, like get more people back on his side instead of the negative like persona we got from the last little bit of the Green Bay shit. And like he's got some weapons there. And they got Dalvin Cook, Breece Hall was nice. Garrett Wilson just won Offensive Rookie of the Year, so he should take that second year superstar leap. Like, and they're gonna be trying to do everything to pump his numbers up. Like when they down on like the 2-3 yard line, instead of giving it the handoff, flip pass, they're gonna pass the stats up. And then like there's like what the reporters and like the media, they vote on all this stuff. So like New York, you got the big market. He's a legacy guy. I think if he wins MVP, he still wouldn't have 5. He has like 3.
No, he has 4. He has 4. Right now.
So if he gets number 5, he'll be tied with Peyton.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
or he might have 3 because I know he won the 2 back-to-back. Did he only have 1 before that? Or did he have 2?
He might have 1.
Either way, you making good points.
Good points. And they got the people, man. And then I'm expecting him to be good. I think this is like his last year of him being like elite.
Yeah, he's won 4 MVPs.
Okay, yep, he's got 4. So
he's only been first team All Pro 4 times.
And the media, man, they love a good story, bro. Like that's.
I think I got Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I'm telling you, I was gonna pick Rodgers, but I didn't want to double down on this, so I got Hurts because he was on that pace last year. He's on that mode. We all feel like they're the best team in that division. They're probably the best team in the NFC. So I don't really see a reason why, like, if he's just healthy again this year, plays at the same level. Like,
if he gets better,
let's say he improves like 5%.
Yeah,
he had that award until he got hurt.
Yeah,
and he still probably should have won it.
Yeah,
I mean, Mahomes is Mahomes, but he probably still should have won it.
All right, Coach of the Year.
You know who I think is going to be, unfortunately? Sean Payton.
Jesus Christ.
The Broncos are going to win like 9 games, and it's going to be like he took them from 4 to 9. Like they have the number 4 offense in the league. And I just can't think because like Coach of the Year, I feel like they don't like to give to like legacy guys for real, and they don't like to give to guys multiple times. Like Andy Reid couldn't win a Coach of the Year. Belichick couldn't. Who won it last year? Did
it should have been. No, it was the bitch ass, the fat dude.
Brian Daboll. Yeah, he has no chance of winning it this year. They'd have to win the Super Bowl damn near for him to win it this year. Like, so I feel like it's always going to be somebody new, and I feel like because Sean Payton's been gone, if they win 8-9 games, I feel like it could be him, and I feel like that makes more sense over options of guys who just like maybe Arthur Smith too. Hopefully, I'm not stealing one of those. Yeah, that's Atlanta. If Atlanta wins, if
Atlanta wins like 12 games or some shit like that, yeah, for sure.
I don't even think they need to win the 12 games. I think if they win the division, Arthur Smith can win it. Change my pick from Sean Payton to Arthur Smith.
If they win the division at like 9 games, I don't see it, but I hear you.
Dumber things have happened.
You got Jamal.
Here, you go before me. I got to think.
I got Dougie P, man. Shout out to the Jags, man. Shout out to y'all.
Should have won it last year, man. I think last year was the first time for them to give it to him. Like, bro, you literally took the worst team. They got the number 1 overall pick 2 years in a row. to like win the division and get a playoff berth and win a playoff game with the team that like I know they gave it to Dayball, but it's like people would say like, yo, that Giants roster was better than ours. They had so many Pro Bowlers. We didn't have no Pro Bowlers for a minute until like replacements and stuff. He should have got Coach of the Year last year. Now, I don't think. Well, I don't want to step on your point, but
I think it's a good chance y'all will end up with 13 wins.
I think that's the only way he wins Coach of the Year. Like, if they win the division again, he's not getting it.
It's got to be like 13 wins or something.
Yeah, they have to
I think y'all could
really
kick
good.
ass in that division and then win enough non-division games in order to get to 13 wins. Probably like at that point, it's like, yo, like what is it? Probably a 1 seed, 2 seed, Jags. Like you can't tell them no.
No, yeah, that's true. So if you got him, then I would go. Damn, I had them being bad. You know what? Damn, I low key want to. I kind of want to go with the Eagles coach, but like how if he didn't win it last year, then what would get him to get it this year? Because I do think they're going to be hella good.
There's nothing he could do this year to win it. If you win the division, they lost 3 games and went to the Super Bowl.
You mean Mike McCarthy?
No, I don't think so.
If the Cowboys win 11 or 12 games,
read the narrative.
Mike McCarthy, and it's a narrative. Nah, yeah.
The Cowboys would have to be like, did you say the number 1 offense?
11-6 or 12-5.
But I think they'd have to be the number 1 offense in the league, all like start to finish.
Is that impossible?
Yes. I don't think the Cowboys have the weapons to be the number 1 offense in the league all year.
You don't think so? Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, they got Brandon Cooks now.
Can we keep it a buck about Tony Pollard?
What?
I think
he's good last.
I think he's going to be really good. Yeah, he had like 200 carries. Like 179 is like something crazy.
Hey, that running back they drafted, that was like, you know, his dad was a scout for the team, whatever. The
he been shifty. He been cutting up.
Hey, that might not just be a good field goal story. He might be able to really play and make some noise.
He is fucking nasty. I agree.
Yeah, no.
Let me see. Tony Pollard had
5'5".
For real.
Tony Pollard had almost 200 carries this last year. So like you have to expect that he's gonna perform like 2016 Alvin Kamara. Or not 2016, like 2017 Alvin Kamara to like earn the number 1 offense in the league.
I don't think they got to be number 1. I think they could be like top 5, top 6.
I don't know.
And then the other receiver is a year removed from the ACL injury. Not what's my man's name? Michael Gallup. He's another year removed from the ACL injury. Brandon Cooks gonna get 1,000 yards.
Adding Brandon Cooks is a move for sure.
Lamb, yeah. I know they lost Dalton Schultz, but they'll be all right. But yeah, give me Mike McCarthy.
Okay.
Let's get it.
So comeback player of the year. I think I got mine.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. I know it has to be It's 5 quarterbacks in a row the last 5 years.
Jesus
so
Christ.
It only makes sense that the comeback player of the year is Lamar Jackson.
Oh, wow. No, that's the easy pick. Damn, I didn't even think of.
I didn't think of that either.
That wasn't my first pick to think about either because I was like, oh, man, I got to think about like this like obscure player. It's got to be Lamar. Well, it doesn't have to be Lamar. If he has like a middle of the year. But like, I could see Lamar being like top 5 MVP finisher, so it only makes sense that he makes comeback player of the year.
I don't have another pick for that one, honestly. Like that makes the most sense to me.
I got Chase Young.
Fair.
And I don't hate it. Like
a 16 sack season or some shit.
Yeah, or it's like he can finish like 12 or something, and then just because he's missed so much football in the last 2 seasons. And he's already got the pedigree because he won Pro Bowl and like defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, no. Blake, when he's out there, he's him. He's just not out there.
Blake, I think you should pick Trey Lance.
That would be That would probably be the most fun option of this.
Like something just crazy happens week 3, and all of a sudden.
Yeah, that would be how the Cowboys ended up with Romo as their starter, right? Where they had Drew Bledsoe, and then they had this young nobody behind him, and Drew Bledsoe went down, and in comes Romo, and never looks back.
Yeah, I can see it. It wouldn't be crazy.
I can't, but I mean, yeah, I'd like to.
Ben Simmons became Steph Curry overnight.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
You figured out he's actually right-handed, and just went crazy.
Kevin O'Connor been telling him.
Yep.
People been saying that shit for years.
Because the free throws. All right. Offensive player of the year. I'll go first on this one. And I don't did he win this shit last year? Because that's the only reason you don't get it this year.
Justin Jefferson.
I think me and you about to go back to back.
It was Justin Jefferson last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Give me Tyreek Hill, because I think Tua stays healthy the whole year. So he gets to finish off with the crazy ass pace he was on last year.
He's hit 2,000. If Tua stays healthy, he'll hit 2 racks.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
You don't think he can hit 2K?
No. I don't think that this sounds so awful. I don't think that he can't. I think that the first part of what you said won't happen. Like Tua's injury problems are literally all brain related. The fact that every time he gets hit too hard, he almost dies.
You can't
I feel
stretch
bad
that.
saying like he's gonna have like a fully. I don't want to speak bad on him, but I feel like him having a fully healthy season doesn't make sense because he hasn't had one in his entire time of us knowing who he is.
Didn't my man the tackle they got from us, the Saints? Wasn't he hurt last year?
He was.
Yeah, they showed that whenever he left, like that line was terrible.
All right,
let's
hope he's healthy. Yeah, Toronto. Let's hope he's healthy.
Jamal, when's the last time Tua was healthy for a full season? College or NFL?
Jeez.
Never. And
Marcus
it's
Mariota
like
minicamp.
He's getting hit very hard, and he's very small. He's fucking up his hip and his brain. Like, it's not like
I forgot his hip got fucked up.
It's not he's tearing an ACL. It's like freak accident type shit. It's like he got hit too hard in the back and his hip locked up for real. And he couldn't like go anymore. Or he got slammed down on the ground 3 weeks in a row and he looked like he was gone.
You saying he can't do the Lonzo Ball chair video?
Nah. Because the pistol squad is definitely equal parts hip, equal parts knee.
Yeah.
The hip got to be able to move.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. I don't like the Tyreek Hill at all. I don't like the Tua at all. I don't like
killing last year. I don't know. I feel like
he was. I won't be drafting him, but he was killing it.
Shit, Tyreek Hill still put up good numbers last year, didn't
he? Yeah. Like
he would have had to.
Yeah, like 16, 1700. That's a good pick. I definitely consider.
What was it? Skylar Walker was his backup pick or his backup quarterback. He almost died. Like it was.
Yeah, Mike White.
Mike White's the backup now. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Tyreek Hill had 17-10 last year.
Sheesh. Yeah, bro. He definitely could have 2K if Tua was out there.
Sure. Yeah,
so, you want to go next for Office Play of the Year?
Yeah, I'm going back to back. I got Justin Jefferson.
JJ.
Wide receiver, Jordan Addison, I don't think he's going to eat into his like production super big like that. His targets are high. His fucking yardage is high. He seems unstoppable. I'm playing him with him in superstar mode. He's incredible. Let's get it.
I'm going Jamar Chase. I think this is the year Jamar Chase has where like you can go like 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
Because Jamar Chase had I think he had 89 catches or something like that. And he missed 4 or 5 games last season.
He did go down. I forgot.
Yeah, he missed 4 or 5 games last year. I think this year where Jamar Chase is oh shit, is he better than Jefferson? I think it's 1A and 1B.
I could see it. Yeah, 87 catches, 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
it would go in line too with Tyrell saying Burrow for MVP. So
yeah. As soon as he said that, I was like, damn. I kind of contradicted myself, but I could see. I feel like Justin Jefferson. It doesn't really even matter what Kirk Cousins is going to do. They have to throw him the ball a lot. Their Dalvin Cook is gone, so then running plays ain't really going to be there like that. I think they're just going to have to throw him the ball a lot. But Chase getting it, He missed 5 games last season.
Okay,
and had 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, man. That dude is nice. He's a fucking problem.
Yeah, and his quarterback's pretty good at football.
How about the other side of the ball? What y'all got? DPOY.
I feel like it's Micah's time.
Oh,
I feel like Micah Parsons winning it makes sense. Like I could see him having 14 sacks, a couple interceptions, a couple pass breakups, the fourth fumble's going crazy. Like I could see Micah winning it. And that's who I feel like I picked last year.
That's who I picked last year.
He was on pace to win it.
He's got all the skills for sure.
Yeah.
Why not, Micah?
You know what? I'll go Myles Garrett.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I know he's had like some really good individual years, but like I think he cracked 20 sacks. I know he's never had 20 sacks in a season.
Well, in the offense playing winning football helps with that too, right? Because then that means the other side's passing. So we all expect them to be better this year.
Yeah. Yeah, now give me Myles Garrett. I think you get one.
I'm corny.
Micah Parsons has the same birthday as both of our wives.
Look at that, man. Fuck him. TJ Watt.
Oh.
No, I'm corny. He got hurt last year though, and I feel like he's probably still the best pass rusher in football.
Okay.
He's the best pass rusher?
He did some crazy shit, didn't he? He hit 20, didn't
he? He broke the record, he tied the record.
He tied the record.
Had back-to-back DPOYs.
He don't got no 2 back-to-back DPOYs.
TJ won? Oh, no, he won it once. My bad. I thought he won it twice. But yeah, he had 22 and a half sacks. Yeah, he missed 6 games. He had 22 and a half sacks, and he missed 2 games.
I definitely like both of y'all picks, though, but I just feel like when this man's on the field and he's like
their defense is crazy.
Yeah, when it comes to getting after the passer, like he's gonna do it. I think the sack weighs more pause when it comes to the voters, like
for sure.
They like that shit more. People don't get high interception seasons like that anymore.
No, I think somebody had 10 last year. I think that was the first time anybody had 10 since like 2012 or something like that.
Oh, the thing that dude from the Cowboys had all them picks, but like he was getting ate up. Like,
that's what it was, Trey.
Yeah, and he was better last year. I know he did have Jamar Chase in hell when they played last year.
Yeah, he's taking less risk or whatever.
And Diggs be locking up.
Yeah, offensive rookie of the year. I know what the easy pick is here.
Yeah. Oh, I got one.
Man, top fantasy sports. I got one too. I'll go first. I'll get Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all.
I feel like Tyler Lockett's been occupying a big space in that Seattle offense for a long time.
Yeah.
DK's obviously not going anywhere, but I feel like if Jackson Smith and Jigba takes Tyler Lockett's production and like let's say it goes like 10% further or whatever, like you never. I don't know. It could be.
What if he takes DK's production?
I can't see that happening. But
Tyler Lockett's skill set is like I'm very fast, I'm very shifty, and I have really good hands.
Everything
so he's
JSN
like
is
super Mr. Deep Ball, but JSN also is like very good in the like middling routes, slants, outs, ins, like short posts and shit like that. I could see him taking a little bit of work from DK.
He's a technician.
Not that matters towards you picking him. Like I still like the pick.
LaFleur thing, what you got?
I like the pick. I've been really big on Zay Flowers. I wanted the Chargers to take Zay Flowers, and I feel like Lamar could really unlock something this season as far as like the passing shit goes. And I think Odell's probably lost a little bit too much of a step to be like the go-to guy. And just watching Zay Flowers in the preseason stuff, how they can use him in the run game, the short pass game, I could see him like having 9 or 10 touchdowns, like a lot of all-purpose yards more than receiving yards, So I'm gonna go with him.
Bet. I'm going Jordan Addison. He's never gonna get double. Like he got Justin Jefferson on the opposite side. They also got the good tight end with TJ Hawkinson over there. And what's the I know they got their head coaches something O'Connell. He came from
Kevin O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell. So like they finna be super pass heavy because their running game can't be the same if they don't have Dalvin Cook no more.
Hell no.
Sure. Yeah, so like And then like right before even before Jordan Addison left when he went to USC, all we heard was like, yo, the best college receivers at Pitt. And it wasn't even close. So it's like he still has all that talent, that ability, and it's like his numbers just went down a little bit when he went to USC because I'm sure Caleb Williams would just launch that bitch everybody.
Yeah. Kenny Pickett had a singular target. There was no run game. It was just like
he looks good
an NFL quarterback throwing to an NFL receiver. And
let me ask y'all a question because I don't know if y'all are thinking like I'm thinking. We're basically putting down anybody that's not Bijan Robinson right now, right?
Yeah, trying to be a little different.
Trying to be okay. Let's make
this would be my second choice.
I think Bijan Robinson would have to go so crazy to win Rookie of the Year because of what the wide receivers do every year.
I was listening to the Athletic Football Podcast today, and they said Bijan Robinson has been the best player this preseason, not rookie, the best player this preseason.
Sure.
So
if Zay Flowers has 750 receiving yards and like 515 rushing yards and 12 touchdowns, Jordan Addison's like a main target for that team. I think JSN's numbers would have to be pretty good to win it. Bijan's going to have to like rush for like 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns, 13 touchdowns, like in that range.
What they're talking about, like what they hyped up about him a lot was like his ability to catch the swing passes up the backfield. And if you're talking about a team like the Falcons with a question mark at quarterback, that's probably the easiest pass you can make.
That's true.
Mind that with his ability to run the ball, bar carry vision, make people miss and all that shit like that. Like it's a bad offense where he's going to get a lot of opportunities to make impressive plays when they probably need them in order to get past that 3rd and 6.
Your point is right. And looking at all these guys, and when we're thinking about fantasy football, Bijan's the only one that's going in the top 10 out of the 3 guys he's listed.
Running back, man, he getting all them touches.
Yeah. It's the way the league sees and like votes on running backs. It's hard to think of Bijan having that because I also think the expectation's so high. Like him being the number 7 pick, he got to be next level. Like I feel like a running back winning Rookie of the Year, you got to be like a top 3 running back in the league with no question. Versus a receiver, it's like if you have a really good receiver season or a really good, like if Bryce Young goes crazy next season, like it wouldn't be crazy for him to win.
If he throws for 4,000 yards, he probably gets OROY.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just don't think he's going to do that with Adam Thielen and Miles Sanders.
Yeah, it'd be a little tough.
Right. So then we're going to wrap up with Defensive Rookie of the Year. Jamal, you want to go first on this one? I for surely don't know who I'm picking.
I know who I got.
Oh, I know exactly who I got.
Based on the fucking clip I seen yesterday.
I would say Jalen Carter.
Yeah. Everything I've heard about Jalen Carter is crazy.
Yeah, I've seen a couple clips and like think about like he's never gonna get double teamed because you can't. Like he got like they got the
you might
rotation up there.
You might have to double team him.
They got Fletcher Cox. They still got my man's from Michigan now supposed to fight Prince. What's my man's name?
Brandon Graham.
Brandon Graham.
Yeah, and then they got big ass Jordan Davis. He's probably gonna be better his second year. They got the other rookie.
A little more gas.
Derek Barnett's still there.
Derek Barnett is there. And then like we probably know Jalen Carter. Like if he didn't have the off the field shit, he was gonna go number 1.
Oh yeah, and then they also have all their other Georgia Nolan Smith.
Yeah, Nolan Smith and
Jalen Dean are both there. Yeah, like that front 7 is absurd.
Yeah, like if Jalen Carter had like 10, 11 sacks, it was just like a really good interior defender.
Metrics, matchups, and all this shit.
It was
everything I've seen from videos of him at camp is like Lane Johnson thinks this is the best defensive tackle he's ever played against. And it's like him putting Lane Johnson on his pads before he gets a sack.
Damn, I ain't watching the tape yet, so my picks is going to be out of ignorance on him.
Okay.
I got Will Anderson just because I see him have his fucking way.
Who was that he hit?
I don't know, but they're going to be on the field a lot, so he might end up with 15 sacks.
He heard him. He heard him. He hurt the man.
That's a strong
and he'll be on the field a lot. Yeah, you got a good point there. Completely unbiased opinion. I'm picking Dayian Henley from the Chargers.
Oh Lord.
How could I not pick my little unrelated big cousin for rookie of the year. Dayian Henley.
A lot of pick sixes, huh?
What did he say in the
pick came out the blue?
He said, I brought the 6. I got the 6 holding the O. That's a whole lot of 6-0. That was the Instagram caption for Drake holding Dayian Henley's jersey. Come on, man.
Oh Lord.
Clearly family. Big crip shit. I love it.
Hey man,
gotta vote for him.
You had
the jersey. The jersey will be here before we all link up for a game. I'm telling you that right now.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
My last name's so common that it's not really like I can't rush out and get someone's jersey.
That's the biggest thing. Like if my last name was Smith, I would never think about that about Jackson Smith and Jigba or nothing like that. But hey, there's only like a small group of people that got that last name.
We had Alex Brown out of Florida. He's part of the murder team that like cracked Brett Favre and Kurt Warner up on our bounty gate run.
No. I feel like he looked like you. Look.
That's fucked up. Damn.
Shit, that's all it for the awards.
That's it, man. Critically Unfocused podcast, episode 116. Like we said when we did the NFL preview, y'all can take these predictions to your local sports book. It's free fucking money. Just don't come back to us if it don't hit. But
just whatever Blake pick the opposite. Previews.
Just don't pick mine. If you can do an anti-parlay of my picks, you'll hit.
Hashtag fade Blake.
There you go.
Oh, I fucked the Commanders for playing their starters and taking that game serious. That's what they get for getting Terry McLaurin hurt.
That shit's crazy.
The Ravens haven't lost a preseason game since the preseason of 2015. And
school lunches were still good back then, apparently.
Blake put some money on it. Obama couldn't have bet on that game because he was a government official. Blake put some money on it. They were like, yeah, we're good. We're good.
I'll put a funky $10 on it and fucked it up for the nation. That's my fault, y'all. I hold that.
Nasty work.
Hey, man, they hurt their damn best player on offense, man. Playing their games too much.
Sam Howell looking like a starter.
Hey, low key, I kind of like their roster.
They're
competitive. They probably got like the best D line like when healthy. You got Deron.
Besides
Payne,
the Eagles,
Jonathan
probably
Allen, Montez Sweat, and then Chase Young.
Yeah, when healthy and when like productive, like they should be, and not beating each other up
over them because they're like versatile and can swap people out. They are specialized at whatever the fuck. But yeah, they're right there. They are worse too.
Yeah, they're gonna change that name. Fuck the Commanders.
Cummies.
Good night.
Episode 116 of Critically Unfocused podcast, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. It's Critically Unfocused at gmail.com. See Unfocused on Twitter. We everywhere. We out there. Where you at? And yeah, thank y'all. Bye.